You got that Rona boy? Hmm?
I didn't take any notes last time. Are you gonna kill me?
Andrew, you're gonna immediately take 1,000 points of damage just out of pure spite.
Good thing that he'll just come back from the dead. I'll make it
Oh.
happen.
By damage. It makes it so your character is a little baby.
A little
Also,
baby man.
What happened since the last time? And I don't know where the fuck my notebook is.
Andrew, from now on, you have to roll a d6. And on a 1 through a 3, your Gronk just cries like a little baby and does nothing.
At least once per game, you take a d6 and your health is permanently lowered by that by that roll. All right.
What's the gnome bot's name?
Heart.
What was I calling him?
Heart.
You know I was not calling him
I don't remember what you called him. I'm gonna be honest.
that. Don't either.
I don't think you called him anything yet because basically you've been just
No,
carrying
I've
him. You've been carrying him
calling
around.
him the robot.
Oh, trash can, because he explained that he was a trash can.
Yeah, I was calling him trash can.
Trash can the robot. Beep boop.
Zip, zap, zoom in the back.
Ooey. Ooey gooey.
So good.
Oh my god, you sound like that chef. So good. So good and tasty.
Good and tasty. Did somebody say meatloaf?
Did somebody say meatloaf? That's how I get
After
demonetized.
the stream last time, I was like, Joel, you gotta watch this video because it reminded me of the thing RJ said, and it was the meatloaf when they were playing darts.
Did somebody say meatloaf? Oh gosh, it's just so good.
Well, it's so much better too if you watch the whole video because you're like, dang, he really is doing bad. And then he said, did somebody say meatloaf? And he full-size it, and that's the only dart I think he gets on the magnet the entire
Yeah, I think so.
time.
I do believe so. All right,
He
y'all.
did on a live stream. He did sing the song dressed up as the guy.
Oh, that's
Just
hilarious.
one of those days.
Just one of those days.
We don't want to wake up. Everything sucks. Everybody's fucked.
But if you look it up, he has a video of him singing karaoke of that song, dressed in character.
That's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. All right, are we ready, gents?
Didn't the blacksmith feed the brain to the robot
Yes.
against my will? After I had to do a quick time event to rip it out of his mouth.
Spamming spacebar.
Right trigger, left trigger. All right, press A as fast as you can.
Click, 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 click.
I just imagine it's two giant fingers in this little mouth, like rip out the brain. What's the village's name again?
Ren.
Ah.
R-H-E-N-N. Ren.
Well, that's just Ren with extra steps.
What I should have done, it just gave him some weird name that's not even close to the name of the
You should have spelled it Crawford, but like said like Chicago.
What?
You said that you wanted to give it some crazy name, but make it sound nothing like what it said. And I was trying to think of a fantasy name, and I couldn't think of anything.
So
I said
the
Crawford.
first two cities you thought of were Crawford and Chicago.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they're right next to each other.
I think it's because they both start with a C.
Oh my word.
My
Somebody's-
brain is fried right now. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. Who here remembers all that happened last game? And Andrew, if you would like to.
I think I remember. Okay, so we had just got out of the cave and had gotten robbed, but we were like, hey, let's go into the woods. And then something fell out of the sky and there was an explosion of smoke or something. And we're like, let's go to the smoke. And then RJ, unbeknown to my guy, went in the middle of the night and found a goblin and killed him by sucking all his blood out. And found a hand cart. And found a hand cart, and Gronk didn't know about a hand cart, but he kept saying things like, hey, if only we had a hand cart. Anyway, we go to the smoke, and it's a big metal, basically what we would call a spaceship. Gronk definitely did not know what it was. And we see Purple Guy and Lizard Man there. And Grimace is like, I'll see you later. And then teleports away. Grimace is hunting with, what was it? Witch Killer guy? Was hunting RJ because RJ was going to kill all the witches, basically. And, so now it's like a cat and mouse game where he's kind of like, I'm gonna tease you and then teleport away. And then we find a garden gnome with a wheel on the bottom, which is a robot in the spaceship, and it needs its brain back. So Gronk and Mao risk their lives as the spaceship is about to explode, searching the entire ship for the brain after taking the robot out to safety. And then the robot was like, yeah, I don't need that. And the robot tried to eat it. Gronk got mad and grabbed it and ripped it out of the robot's mouth. The robot described itself as a trash can, and Gronk couldn't figure out why it only would take some trash, but not all the trash. And then we went back to Rin, the main village, met up with the bartender, barmaid. Mao admitted to them that he was Vamp. And then they got blood, and I went to the blacksmith to see what is going on with Robo Guy. And then the blacksmith took my prized possession, the brain, and fed it to the robot, and he is nicer now. He still will not eat trash, even though he's a trash can.
For not taking notes, I mean, you knew exactly, like, verbatim, scene by scene, what happened.
RJ reminded me while you were off, because I was having trouble today. I'm like, what happened? But
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I drew a huge blank on the events.
I mean, it's been a while, to be fair.
Airplane crash, and I was like, okay, I remember that, and then the goblin and all that crap.
Yeah, and our hand cart we don't have.
And then the vials of blood I now do have from the
cow.
Yeah.
You mean the cow you wanted to have sex with?
Yeah.
Oh, but that they thought I wanted to have sex with.
They knew it. They didn't think it. They knew. It was getting so much more and more awkward, and then finally Gronk is like, he's a vampire now.
Yeah, they thought the blood was rushing to my penis instead of my belly.
Your penar.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you did that to like not a good group of people? You showed yourself not only as a vampire but as a changeling to people that you don't even know, and they turned out to be bad people. And then
he didn't admit that he's a changeling to everybody, just me, the coolest guy.
But he let down his disguise.
Did he?
No, I thought that was before. I thought that was in the cave.
No, you never turned it back
to
on.
show me.
Yeah.
he did, because I asked him about it, and he said that he turned it back on. I specifically asked him
everybody,
about
back
it.
to the past video. Watch it.
See, this is why I need somebody to keep control of the VOD so that they can be like, this is what happened.
Okay, well, I remember. Because RJ, well, I was like, RJ, are you going to walk in, with the gray or whatever? And he's like, no, I just turn back into my disguise every time I go into a town.
I'll allow
a little bit of lore for you, Joel.
I'll allow it.
Good, because that's what happened.
I'll allow it. What was that?
The world's smallest violin.
Oh,
point damage on you next time I see you, Joel.
Yeah, that's 2d4.
By the way, it was a 6, so it's pretty good.
Gotta be able to hit what you can't see.
Did the blacksmith ever say what the robot was?
He basically explained what the robot was explaining, that it was a trash can, but the thing of it is, it can only eat metal objects. It doesn't eat like normal objects, like your weird flesh ball that you had of nastiness.
Well, it was just like whatever bloody rag I had in my bag from butchering that animal and keeping it.
So he was basically explaining, it's like if it goes hungry, it starts getting more and more aggressive, which is why he wasn't too bad, but he wasn't so nice.
Just one of those days.
And then you carried him back to the inn by his wheel.
Question, is the robot strong enough to pull a wagon?
You know what? Hold on, everybody. Let me check. Hold on.
Joel's like, you know what? No. He is not strong enough to pull a wagon with Gronk that's hanging on it.
Well, yeah, not with you in the cart for sure. I can tell you that right now. Actually, hold on. I can tell you.
We get a helicopter since there's spaceships now.
He probably can't even pull the cart.
Can we get a Thanos copter?
He has a +1 in strength.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Can me and RJ get our own spaceship so we don't have to walk anywhere?
No, but you can.
I was gonna turn into a bat at night. I can just perch myself on your shoulder.
Also
and if I feel packaged, take a little nip.
After my thick skin.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would be like, yeah, let's watch Gronk just immediately smush you as you're a bat.
Yeah,
like a mosquito, just.
Yeah, and not on purpose, just like, ow.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
All right,
at the
gents.
same time, right like this. Good thing RJ can't die. Can have a bunch of broken bones.
Oh no, he can definitely die. There's multiple ways for him to die.
Yeah, but me smacking him with my hand probably isn't one of them. He's just gonna be in a lot of pain.
Why'd you give me that look?
Did you just spit out a gum to put in another piece of gum?
Yes, I did.
I thought so.
Don't worry, he's saving that old piece for later.
Don't worry, it's that zebra gum as he just spits it out and puts another one in.
Where it only has flavor for 32 seconds and then you have to spit it out.
That's why you get Big Red, because then, even if it loses its flavor, you can do you blow bubbles and put it over the tip of your tongue, and then it'll just sit there and burn your tongue, and that'll entertain you too.
Hold on. The wife is talking to me. Hold on.
sued for copyright or whatever.
Wow,
like,
that was
patent.
really good.
Sponsored by Pepsi. God,
Cheers.
I wish.
Have you guys heard the Sierra Mist story?
Yes. Because it's true, unfortunately.
So Sierra Mist was a beverage, obviously, but then also a.
I also want to
adult
point out
content-
this stream's been going on for 30 minutes and we haven't started playing yet. But go on.
An adult content creator had the name Sierra Mist. That was her name, and so she was making.
I don't even want to know what the mist was.
She was making adult content under the name Sierra Mist, and Pepsi's like, you can't use that name because people are gonna think about our drink when they're watching your adult content.
But didn't they let their
they let their copyright fail
whatever
or lapse, and then Sierra Mist, the adult content streamer, was like, yes,
messed it up and then it
let
changed
me-
it. Now it's like Starry.
and now it's Starry. I thought they just changed it because nobody was buying Sierra Mist. No,
No.
it's because legally they couldn't use the name anymore, and they didn't want to have to spend a bunch of money to buy the rights to the name back from the streamer. I just think it's funny because they're like, cease and desist, and she's like, no, you cease and desist.
The biggest Uno reverse card of their lives.
See, one of my favorite things is like, have you seen like all the shitty horror movies that they've came out with since Disney dropped the ball on like Winnie the Pooh? Like, so they have like Blood and Honey, they have an Alice in Wonderland, they have
They didn't even
like
drop the
Steamboat, whatever Willie.
Steamboat
the
Willie, yeah. It's the Mickey Mouse. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's free now. We're all free!
Cinderella.
All right.
Well, and the
But
thing
yeah,
is
it's
they
all terrible
didn't.
Hold on.
horror slasher movies that have
Hold on.
no fucking like decent budget. It's all just super cheesy, shitty
We need to-
movies.
We need to reel it back in, boys. Gotta reel it back in.
Just so RJ knows, they didn't let it lapse. After 100 years,
That was weird.
after a certain amount of time, they can't keep renewing the copyright on it. It becomes public domain. So
I
like,
just thought they could do it forever.
no. So like Winnie the Pooh has been around for over 100 years, the character, and so Disney can't own the rights to him. Oh. Just like Beethoven and all that stuff, you can play that and it's,
I can
and you
have my
can't
own
get
horror
canceled.
movie.
I can smoke crack on TV now.
I can smell you.
I can smell. Ooh.
You think the darkness is your ally? I was born.
Molded by it.
Okay, anyway, let's reel it in, boys. Let's reel it in here.
You're a
Oh my
crackhead,
gosh.
dude.
Yawned it. Hell yawned it. Anyway. Right. So we are. I just hit my microphone. Anyway. Gronk, you make your way back to the inn, where you see the innkeeper and Mal just relaxing and having a nice beverage as Mal's sitting on a stool while the innkeeper's just like scrubbing a glass. And he sees you come in and he just nods.
I set trash can down.
Oh, thank you very much. I
Really?
appreciate that.
Okay, and now what are you doing here?
Who are you asking that to?
Trash can.
I
Well, I know what Mal and the barkeepers doing there.
Yeah, we're having a beverage. It's pretty blatantly obvious what we're doing.
I look at Mal. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The robot, now that he's calm and trash can.
As he looks up, it's like, as I said, we were on a mission to take over the planet. As you can see, that didn't go as planned. However,
Now that the plan has changed, I really don't know.
What happened to the people that brought you here?
They were in the ship, which I'm pretty sure you saw. Is there was two plasmoids, which if you don't know, they are how do I say? Imagine a creature just made out of pure liquid. There was two of them. And then one you probably saw who was horribly mangled was the Thrycreen, who was the to put it in your perspective, the ant-like creature.
Ice cream?
Close enough.
That's a chowder reference for all you chowder heads out there.
For all you.
You chowder fanboys!
You chowder boys. Oh, dang. Oh, I hit my screen there. I was going to turn my phone on silent there. So Snapchat doesn't scream. There we go.
I asked him again if we have to worry about more of the ant people coming.
Oh, no. We made our very own vessel and made a pact that we would always stick together. But that pact only stays true when all of us are still here.
And you see him kind of like look down, kind of little saddened by what he just said.
But on the other hand, I'm also happy to be here. And I want to thank you for risking your life for me.
And he touches you. And you are going to get bless casted on you.
He's magic?
So let me go to my spells here.
Dude, we got a magic trash can on wheels, RJ.
It's a party mobile.
And if you really want to party, you can sit on its pointy top.
And as he says that, Mao, you also feel like this kind of just warm sensation just kind of go over your body. And you know this feeling as you are able to cast similar spells of that type. Both of you are going to, whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
You can roll a d4 and add it after we roll. Like we roll the main dice, and we're like, ooh.
I mean, yeah, because you're adding it to the roll. Yes.
Okay, so you can decide after you've already made the roll.
Yeah.
Add that.
Yep.
Like, that's a big difference.
So I was just thinking, all my healing spells are pretty much pointless on me.
Can you imagine casting Turn Undead on yourself?
Well, I was just thinking, it's like, if, technically, like an undead person, if you put a healing spell on it, it's supposed to damage them.
Technically, but because you're a damn
I mean, I think vampires are a little bit different. Like zombies, it makes sense more for, but
yeah, it's like true undead is what really gets hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you're still kind of alive as a vampire.
Yeah, basically, you still have your brain.
I'll decide that.
What if he didn't have a brain when he became the vampire?
Just to let you know, that only lasts a minute. The bless spell.
Just 1 minute?
It only lasts 1 minute.
So
run to the nearest station and then try to bribe them or convince them to give you discounted prices.
It's an attack or saving throw, not
through the door, just run in and be like, I want a discount now. And they'd be like, intimidation or charisma, and I do the pout face like,
Please.
I instantly lunge and I'll try to kill him with my bare hands. Bloodstone! I don't want to kill
It's
him.
it's the only way. But yes,
Well, I was gonna say,
anyway.
there's not really anything that we can do to put that to use right now. So I mean, we're just kind of stuck where we're at.
But the main difference between that and like your inspiration is an inspiration you can pretty much use for everything. So that's the only difference between the two.
So the bless will wear off, the inspiration stays.
Yeah.
Is our planet called Earth? In the D&D verse? Or you gonna make up a name for it? Terra?
I'll come up with one. If you want to know, I'll come up with one.
Call it Crack Planet?
It's clearly Mars. Come on.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Pluto ain't real anymore. What's up with that?
Why do you think I've been
Messed up.
I've been explaining everything's in red?
You haven't. You've been talking about trees and caves and mountains. We call it Stripper World.
We call it
Love
Pistol Shrimp Planet. We are covered in pistol shrimp all the time.
We watch Pistol Shrimp on YouTube.
I actually do. I do that. I don't know why. It's just interesting. I don't know why. It's like
do you remember the channel Pistol Shrimp that made like weird edits of movies?
Yeah,
We definitely watched that.
definitely. Okay.
Can I ask the robot if he knows the purple guy?
Oh,
Seen
do I?
him since he was there at the ship.
No, but I tried to tell him to not press that button, which, as you can see, he did, and everything just kind of exploded, and he left me strapped in the chair, kind of just hoping that I'd explode with it.
Look down. Grimace.
So did he say anything as he left you strapped in that chair?
Other than he knew you guys were coming, other than that, not really.
Did he say how he knew we were coming?
He said he could sense it some way or another. I didn't really get to do the details, as you can see. I was worried about my life because I was strapped to a chair on a big
Do you
bomb.
think, Mao, do you think that he's tracking us like how Goldara tracked me? Somehow.
I don't remember him putting anything on us, though.
But I mean, he could have touched you in the jail. Show me on this doll, where did Grimace touch you?
Can I roll for memory?
Sure.
No area?
Yeah, give me a history check. Yeah, for sure.
13.
13. You can remember like a couple instances, like when you first met, you guys hand shook through the bars. But as for like anything sketchy showing up on your skin from that point on, nothing really comes to mind of like a sigil or anything that like popping up on your skin while you guys were together.
Gronk,
Oh, because he's
you got
green.
anything going on with your body?
You know it. Not that I know of. Do I need to roll a dice? I don't think Grimace ever touched me.
He did not.
Well, if he's friends with that manicore that kept groping you up.
You were in jail with him while the Manicore was taking me to the jail. They put me in jail with you and him, so I don't know if he's friends with the Manicore. It's based on the timeline.
Well, I mean, he could have left the jail at any point in time. We clearly saw that. So delivering a strong ally to us would have been advantageous.
Does that mean the Manticore was good all along and Gronk was right?
And then it killed our buddy, which he clearly didn't care about, and our other buddy, who he clearly didn't care about.
Sometimes I feel like some unknown being in the sky is controlling our lives like it's some kind of game.
It's all a game to him.
Like some kind of story where it's more dramatic if people die, so he makes them die.
Yeah, I feel like it has some kind of chutes and a couple ladders, and if you hit the wrong spot, you go all the way back down.
I think he's
Oh god, could you imagine a campaign
complete
like that? Every
nerd.
time your character dies, you have to start way back at the beginning and do all the same steps.
What if it's like you
Well, I
start at
think
the
you would learn how to
bottom?
do it quickly.
That's
What
true.
if it's you guys all start at the bottom of a giant cave and you have to go up level by level and they get harder, but you're playing it on a chutes and ladders board.
That
And
is so terrible.
You can hit the ladders and skip some floors, but you can hit the chutes and go back down. And the first one to survive all the way to the last square wins.
Gets the best magical item in the game.
I think that would just be a funny one shot.
We could do that. We could definitely do that.
Like, have you seen the Tetris one?
Mm-hmm. The Tetris one is pretty good. My wife gave me a note. Sorry. I know RJ has his furrowed brow. He's like,
That's
what?
just kind of a natural look for me these days.
Looks down at the note and says, "Ah, thanks, honey. My wife just
Thanks.
gave you a lovely note."
But yes. As you all are sitting
Yeah.
there, it's probably around this time. It's probably getting closer because if I remember right, you guys all kind of showed up at Ren probably around like midnight or so, if I remember right.
They're right before sunrise.
Oh yeah,
Right
you're right.
before-
You're right. Yep. So right around now is probably when the sun would start to rise.
I must flee.
As the sun rises, you can start to hear like people starting to get to jostle in the city. You can like hear carts being pushed. You can hear like footsteps behind the door.
How many people did you say were in this city?
Like roughly around like 2,000, very small, around our hometown size. So a very small, kind of tight knit community.
If it has 2,000 people, it's like double or.
It's because half of them are old people.
It's because half of them are crackheads.
Perfect for me. They can't run. No, it's
Half of them are old, and 2/8 of them are on meth.
far too many of them are on meth.
Yeah, per capita.
Yeah, think about where I live, dude. I mean, it's like the meth capital of the world. Not true, but just saying, it's probably on the
I was
list.
gonna
At
say
least.
it's in like the top 5 worst places in Nebraska, so that's something.
We're definitely top third for crime. Yeah, did you guys know that? Top third for crime, baby. Gang gang. And we're not even a bigger city. Let's go. Anyway.
Be Empire.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I was gonna say this is my inactive time because I had to find a way to. Wait. Did you say how long I can stay in bat form?
I did not.
One
I'm gonna say you can probably stay in. We'll count it as a concentration. So meaning like if you hit something or if somebody hits you, it'll immediately take you out of it.
Well, I was gonna say, Gronk could just put me in like
Cage.
an open box, not an enclosed one with like a tarp on it. And then if he wants to walk around during the day, I can still always be with him.
Grog immediately forgets. just a
Or,
close
or
box.
did we decide that I can just have like an oversized hood?
Yeah,
and
we
then, like,
we
something
talked.
just
Yeah, we
protects
talked
me
about
from,
that,
like-
where it was basically like a hood covering you.
Magic
Yeah,
muscle,
okay, then I don't have to worry about it.
Because you were
so much.
you didn't have a cloak. You used a blanket from your pack that you used to cover yourself up. That's what
That's
we
gonna
came
make
up
you
with.
look a
Alright,
lot.
so we need to
a lot
we need to
more
find me a
sus.
cloak because otherwise it looks a lot more weird.
Who would have a cloak here? 'Cause they don't have a.
woman
leather worker.
Wasn't
Wasn't it just Magic Ripoff Store, Magic Potion Store, and Blacksmith?
It was Magic Ripoff Store, the Potion Lady, the Blacksmith,
That was it.
the inn. Hold on, I gotta actually open it. Hold on, give me a second.
And then the church. The hero was.
Yep, yeah, it was only those. It was the potion shop, the inn, the magic shop, the blacksmith, and the church. That was it.
Wait, actually, I think I have a leather kit. Can I try making him a cloak if I have a leather kit? Because we can use the
cloth-
leather from the cow.
Cloth would be cloth. I mean, if you made him like out of leather, it'd be super heavy and condensed. I mean, it's up to Mao. So
Well, but we can ask for cloth. Well, I only can work with leather, but you can make pliable leather, like not really high-end leather jackets. Very.
Well, I was saying on top of that, we can probably just ask the innkeeper himself if there's anyone in town that could be capable of crafting such an item. Because everybody has a trick or trade doesn't mean they have to have a business.
They have a trick or treat.
trick or treat.
If you're lucky, you're both.
I am the trick. And
So
I am
I'm gonna
the
ask the
treat.
bartender if he knows of anybody that is capable of crafting a cloak that will protect me from the sunlight.
Let me see.
Oh, good sir, I'm in needs of services.
He's like, maybe
Oh.
poopy butthole.
Yes, actually, if you go talk to Grandmother Yotai, she'll be able to help you. She'll probably make you one free of charge.
Where is Grandma Yuletide?
Yuletide? Like,
So you'll just exit here, and you'll keep going forward until you reach the wall, and she's the first village hut right at the wall, right on your right-hand side.
All right. I'm going to grab my blanket, swoosh it over my head. Let's go, Gronk.
you could also just be a bat in my backpack.
Yeah, but do we want to just go into some lady's house and be like, I'm a vampire, make me a cloak? I figure if I at least walk in, I can be like, I'm very deathly allergic to sunlight. And this should be like, why? And I'm like, it's none of your goddamn business, you old bat.
And then I'll look at you when you say old bat and go,
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like how you guys are winking at each other. Get out of my hut.
let's just walk there unsuspiciously. Can the
Um.
changeling turn in? Okay, here's a question. Can the changeling turn into anything?
It has to be a humanoid. It can't be like a creature.
But like a,
Yeah, I can change like the shape of my limbs, but I can't really change their placement
But like
or size, really.
Yeah.
So
Anything medium size, if I remember right. I think you can be smaller, if I remember right too. I think
all right, so like I was actually thinking about this. It's like, could I turn myself into kind of like a horse muscle body thing, so I can walk faster?
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Like, can he turn into a horse and pull the wagon?
no.
No.
He's
Okay,
not
well, I
a-
can't do that.
He's not a
do
druid,
that.
but if only the party had a
Just some
druid.
deformed human walking on all fours like a fucking horror movie.
Oh, that'd be terrifying. No.
Okay, we
Stop
just
it.
walked to Grandma Yotide's house with normal.
Okay.
We don't transform to anything.
as you guys go, it's pretty bright outside right now. The weather's pretty nice. It's nice and soft wind. You can kind of
I'm loving it out here in the sun.
you can you can smell the trees and the grass as you guys are making your way down. You guys can hear like the rush of the centermost market is pretty busy at this point when you guys are going. And you see like just a handful of guards walking back and forth.
Can I glance around while we're walking through the market with a perception check to see what they're selling at the stalls?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Let me. On my die. A 20?
Yes, sir.
A D20?
Yep.
Well, that's performance. Perception. +2. 11.
11. Okay. You look
Chronicles
over.
blind.
You look over and you can kind of see from where you're at, it looks like it's mostly the typical items. As you've been here a while, you've seen the items that go in and out of the markets. It's just your typical stuff. Some of them are doing food, some of them jewelry, blah blah blah. The same old stuff that you've seen for a while. Typical market stuff. Nothing brand new to your eyes from where you're at right now.
Can we stop and get a little bit of food? Because we don't have any food anymore, I don't think. Or we just kind of
Did you not give me that butchered cow that we bought?
That is with you, Mel.
I thought that we let the bar. I thought we let the barkeeper keep.
Didn't I talk about smoking the meat or something, or am I just
Yep.
imagining that?
No. You guys talked about because you wanted to butcher the cow that way you guys could have meat for your journey. That was the whole main reason.
Well, yeah, I got the blood, he got the meat,
Yes.
and then it all kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Is there anything around?
So yeah, I
that-
mean, I'm just gonna. Well, I mean, like, we have to go inside first. Clearly, can't just reach into my bag and risk burning my sensitive little skin.
Ooh, hey, a meat.
That's a beef jerky stick. Is it his fingers? He's just gnawing on my hand.
pull the meat out and it's fully cooked by the time you get it under the cloak.
Like how everybody's making fun of Nosferatu. Bounce on it. Crazy style.
Good lord. All right. So what are we doing? You guys are... Well, actually, Gronk just asked if you want to stop for food. And you were explaining
I'm gonna
about...
tell him I have food for him.
Okay.
Well, technically you have raw beef in your backpack, and we haven't eaten.
No, we smoked it, so like it's jerky. So
Wait,
it
you
could be
already
something extra.
smoked?
That's not a trick. Yeah.
You smoked it in like 30 minutes?
Well, we were there for a while, weren't we?
Yeah, you guys were there for a while. In game, it was like 5 minutes, but
That's fine.
Many moons have passed since that game.
Joel, I want to know if anything catches Gronk's eye, like something he would want to buy, because he has money now.
like, what would be his goal?
I think his goal, right? One thing I think Gronk wants is to get a set of nicer armor that's quiet
Ah,
than chainmail,
gotcha.
like leather or something.
From where you're at, you can't really see where the blacksmith is, just because there's just too much hustle and bustle there. But because you have worked with the blacksmith, you can pretty much assume that he will have something for you.
Me and RJ want to go to the jewelry counter and get friendship rings.
You kind of cut out there. What'd you say?
Best friend forever. And RJ are gonna get best friends forever rings at the jewelry counter.
If they're enchanted, sure.
They're not. Okay, let's go to the old woman's house. Stop wasting Joel's
We're going to see
precious
the Wizard,
frame
the
time.
Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Joel's like, this stream is going horribly.
Nah. I think the more we riff, I think the better it'll be. Tell you the truth.
It's like a guitar.
Yes.
RJ, riff is a guitar reference because Joel knows how to play a guitar.
Guitars are fucking stupid.
That's it.
I'm
I'm
a
ending
Luke
the
guy.
stream.
Please don't say
that. Ends the
Please
stream.
don't say that to my friend Joel. He's sensitive.
Ends the stream.
Yeah, but what if I
immediately.
say banjos are okay? You like banjos. You southern son of a bitch. No.
Joel only likes banjos because Mrs. Reese couldn't pick a play that didn't have hillbillies in it.
And I was literally forced to learn it.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
remember you
oh.
being forced to learn it. I think you kind of volunteered.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
You've all told.
No. Here's how it went. She's like, we're all like auditioning for the parts, blah blah blah. And of course,
I come up with this voice because, you know, it's for some reason everybody just loves it when it comes to you being a stupid ass hillbilly.
so then she has immediately, like, you could see like the light bulb in her head, and she goes, "I might have something for you." I'm like, oh, okay. And she immediately grabs the banjo that she's had in her class for a while, and then she just hands it to me. It's just like, your character needs to play this. I was like, all right, cool. She's like, you have a week to learn it. I'm like, oh no. A daunting task, but I played Smoke on the Water on it. It was beautiful. Because it was that one play where Drew played my redneck brother, and I got
And there was the agents that were coming in, and all the hillbilly women were like trying to find a man.
Yep.
And the Black Widow.
Yep.
Black Widow.
That was a good time. That was the one play where RJ was yelling at me, and it was so hard for me to keep a straight face because I just noticed, like, as he's yelling at me, I can notice like all the makeup lines to make him look like more old. But when you're up close, you know that it's just eyeliner that they just put all over his face.
Well, in the time that I really broke was me and Joel were supposed to walk through the crowd on the pirate play to get out. And Joel was like, I'm just going to make up some jokes when we walk through here. And I was like, okay, thinking he'd make like a stupid pun or something. And then he looks at, I think it was George, and he's like, it's a seagull! I was supposed to be annoyed at him, and I was trying so hard to laugh because he didn't prepare me for that.
That was our best play. All right, we gotta get back. Sorry, go ahead.
At least with at least with RJ doing the Black Widow thing and jumping off the picnic table, like we all were prepared for that because he had done it like 100 times.
True that.
My hip was incredibly bruised from that.
That hillbilly play was really what got me into plays because it was like the first one that I auditioned for.
I said, like, there's a couple of them. Joe, I tried to get you to join me. I would have went to state for 1X if you would have been there instead of Tannen.
I forget
Tannen did
why.
good, but you would have did great.
I forget
And
why.
we got beat by a fucking coin flip, and that pisses me off.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure we would have made up my senior year, but the lead actress decided to run away from home the night before
Oh yeah. I remember.
districts, and
Yeah.
then her mom grounded her from districts.
This is us just.
I always thought that was stupid. Punish the people that didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, punish everybody because your daughter's a bimbo.
Wop wop. But anyway, all right. Let's reel it back in here.
All right. Only to you.
So you two
Yuletide.
finally get to a door, and there is a like a lantern that has like some fireflies in it, but they're all kind of just nestled in at the bottom, obviously because it's daytime. So they're not even flying around. You see the door is just made out of pure wood. You could tell like the hut is actually made out of clay, not wood. Has a hay top. You can see there's a little bit of smoke billowing from the top of it. So what would you guys like to do?
Rub my hand across the door and I'm like, wow, this is pure wood.
Start
Like
creeping
it-
on the door and just not gently, mind you, knock gently.
Sorry, something in me just told me that I knew that this door was pure wood that I could tell. But just kidding.
It's called having eyes, but that's fine.
I knock on the door. That's really what happened.
So you knock on the door, and as the door opens,
How tall is the door?
for you, it's decently short. Like, it comes up probably about, like, just a little bit above your belly button.
Decently short!
And what opens the door, as you can see this wrinkly green turtle.
Oh, Cabrigida!
If you don't know what a turtle is, it's basically a turtle person. And you can see them, they're carrying like a walking stick. And they look at you both and hello there, how are we doing today?
Doing fantastic. I was curious if we could procure some services from you.
Please, make a character that has a normal voice.
Never.
Oh, did you call me in to get some of my crawdad is cooked in a bowl of cobs?
Sure, I can help you. What do you need?
Well, I just need a, what did you call it, a cloak? I just need a cloak, kind of long in the front. I have a weird sensitivity to sunlight, part of my albino heritage. And I just have a hard time dealing with this heat.
Oh, you're an albino. Well, that's a funny one right there. And he just kind of like points at you. All right, I can help you. Now, I do have a question. What if you help me and I help you? How does that sound?
I can do my best.
So, I've been needing some light river water. But the problem is, every time I go send somebody, because I'm too old, as you can see, every time I go send somebody, they come back screaming, saying that there's some weird frog creature telling them to get out. So then they just come back screaming, telling me we couldn't get you no water because that frog boy told us to get on get.
All right, do you know this frog?
Does it have to be river water specifically from that river?
No, it doesn't have to be from that specific river, but every time they try to find it, it's like he knows where they are.
I was gonna say because there's probably a well in town.
I don't
But do
want
you-
no well water. I want river water.
I knew it.
River
Okay,
water.
but do you know this frog?
Well, of course not. If I knew, I'd tell him to leave himself, but I'm stuck here. As you can see, and then they open the door wider, and you can see there's a bunch of mandrakes all there, and they're starting to cry out loudly as the door just opened, and immediately they just kind of shutter the door, close a little bit, and you kind of hear them quiet down a little bit. I'm a little, busy, as you can see. If
What
you
are you
don't,
even doing with mandrakes?
see, these little youngins, they can actually start walking around and actually function as a person of society. But they were all left alone right by that river. So I need that river water, as I'm pretty sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
No, not really. I mean, I get it. You're trying to give them more to grow off of, but why?
They can only grow on magical water. The well water we have here is non-magical.
Oh, but why grow them?
I know, but why are you growing mandrakes? That's what my question was.
I just told you they were left alone. Usually, they have a mother or father that would take care of them. They didn't have that, so I took them here.
Make mandrake soup.
So
I'm not trying to sound rude, but aren't they just typically made into soup or potions or something?
I think you're thinking of Harry Potter there.
Harry, what?
I've never met one Harry Pot in my life, okay? They're all been made out of clay or ceramic. I don't know which.
I've met a couple Potters, and they are not hairy folk.
Also, much like this guy over here, he can't tell if a door is wood by looking at it. He has to touch it. Same thing with the pots. I can't tell if they're clay or ceramic without touching it.
That's canon now. That's canon.
I can tell if they're hairy or not just by looking at them.
But you can't tell if they're wood. Yeah. Only by touch.
Unless he got the hairy one and it's slightly hard.
I could tell that it was wood before I touched it, said the giant voice in the sky.
Anyway.
Gronk has just been quiet this whole time. And he's also been
we'll go down there.
really
Do you have a
craning
special
his
container
neck.
for us to put the water in?
Oh yeah, let me grab that real quick. And you hear they close the door, and you hear them shuffling around in the hut. And finally, they grab like what seems to be like a fancy pitcher that kind of goes like an hourglass, but there's a little handle that you can see that can also carry water within the handle as well. And there's a big cork on top. They hand it to you. There we go. Just give me that and we'll be all set. And I'll make you your cloak as you're doing the business. That way, when you get back, it's already said and done.
All right. What time of day do these folk usually venture down to the river?
Anytime other than night. Nighttime, nobody goes out for obvious reasons. However, during the day, he's always there, stalking these poor people.
Well, if he's there during the day, you know what that means, Gronk?
Killing.
Nighttime!
Oh, yeah. We love nighttime here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I grab my blanket, whoosh, right back over. Let's roll, Gronk!
If a blanket will work, why don't we just like put like a pin in the blanket and then it's a cloak now?
Because it looks weird if you're just using a shoddy-ass blanket as a cloak.
Okay,
We are
well, you're-
adventurers!
Dude, you're using a shoddy blanket as a cloak right now.
Because I have to, and it's inconvenient. My arms grow tired. I'm holding them up all day.
All right. So
I mean, I don't have to hold it up like that. I can just pull it
Okay,
over and wrap
so
myself up.
I vote we stop by the church to see what's happening there because we could see if by chance Guldara has survived or not. Which I know she did. Who is taking care of the church now because she's gone? And then two,
I don't know
think
why,
we
but for
should-
some reason you're like really coming off quiet across my screen.
Is that better?
Well, that one just cut out. Thank God.
All right, now, there.
Up and down.
Gonna do a cool accent like Joel now.
All right. That being said, if he wants to check out the church, are vampires allowed in church?
There's
I
only
don't know
one
if it's
way
a
to find
church. I think it's like a.
I mean, I'll
weird
just stick
church.
a pinky in there, psst, pull it back out. It's,
out. All right, so you guys
hear
make your
me.
way back to the church.
You hear me?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes.
All right.
Church.
As you guys go to the church, you can kind of see there's a small group of people kind of standing out in front of the church. You can still see the graveyard, which looks a little bit picked up, but you can still tell there's some graves that haven't been put back to the way they were.
Yeah, some guys were digging through there and got gold out of there. I heard that's pretty bad.
I mean, you
She
can kind of,
allowed us to have that.
and you can kind of see them all talking amongst each other. And you see one like in front, like wearing just like a little soft cloak, all gold. And he's just praying by the doors.
Now, that guy has a cloak. We could not have to go deal with the river and get a cloak.
That sounds like heathen talk to me, boy. You heard that nice southern tortoise in there.
Southern what? Like, people that live south of here don't sound like that.
the big voice in the sky said it. It's
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
oh yeah, you've heard it before. No, okay, so of course I'm gonna say no because I'm already something that I really don't want to be.
I wasn't really recommending that, but it seems kind of
Well, okay.
opportune that Joel
Well,
said.
anyway, let's approach the door, and if the man with the cloak is praying, I think that's kind of strange. Like in this specific scenario, why pray outside the church rather than in it? Or is he by the graveyard?
No, he's like by the door. Like he's in front of the group of people. He's just in front of them and he's praying.
we just
No,
walk
so there's
by
like
him,
people
try to go
and then the
inside.
door.
So
I
you
think we
guys-
just walk by him and try to go inside.
Well, why don't we see why there's people standing in front of him first?
What do you guys want to do?
That's fine.
Which one?
I guess let's walk up to the guy praying and see kind of what's happening with the crowd and him.
Okay, so are you guys gonna ask the crowd or are you gonna ask the guy?
Can
Well,
I?
we'll just walk up to the front, see what's happening, and then if we're still
Oh, okay.
confused, we'll ask.
Can,
Gotcha.
can I look around and see if I recognize anybody in the town? I mean, in the crowd or the guy kneeling? Since I live there.
You can kind of recognize pretty much almost everybody because they're all local people that have gone to that church a lot, but nobody that you like know for sure. It's just people that you kind of like made passing by.
Look, I have a cool mic now.
So, even the guy in the front that's praying, he's also familiar to you as well. But again, it's just a similar person that you've just had passings with, not anybody that you know.
It wasn't
for
like one
sure.
of the guards that we saved from that first altercation or anything.
No.
Ah, good memory. So we just walk up to the front and see if we overhear anybody talking.
Okay. Give me a perception check. If you're just kind of like try to tune in and listen.
Come on, RJ, you gotta roll good.
That's not good.
11.
Ooh, okay.
6.
Okay. Now, with your heightened sense of hearing now, you kind of just tune out the noise and start to search for meaningful conversation about what's going on around you. And then finally you find one and you hear them just talking about, oh, she hasn't been here for so long now. It's been It's been multiple days. Who's going to run the church? How are we going to pray? How are we going to spread the love and joy of our religion if there's no one to show us the way? And you hear like similar talk, just kind of like going back and forth about, oh, Goldara's been missing this for about almost close to a week now, thereabouts.
If only there was 2 guys nearby that might know what happened. Can Gronk go up there and try and do a bad job at explaining what happened to Goldara?
If you would like to, yeah, absolutely.
All right, and while he's doing that, I'm gonna open the church door and, like I said, like Pinky first, see if I take damage while everybody's distracted, so no one will notice.
Gronk is over there, like, literally about to start crying because he's missing his friend Goldara, and you're like,
Well, my thing is like, I don't know if I can go in there or not. I gotta find out because I don't want to make a scene trying to go in there if I can't.
So Gronk just shakily, and you could tell that it's bothering him having to re-go over what happened, but he just takes the time to explain to everyone exactly the whole thing, like the cave and the vampires and why all the people in the graves left and stuff like that, and about, and then he really talks up Goldara's sacrifice about how she was a hero and that she was really brave.
And you
Gronk did not think she was brave.
before their reaction, Mao, you kind of stick your pinky in. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna
Try sticking your
put my
penar
foot
in.
like through the door onto the floor to see if that's like a activation thing.
As you do, a huge pillar of fire. No, I'm just kidding. No, you do, and still nothing happens.
Oh, well,
Take out my massive.
I'm just gonna shimmy my
arm.
way in then.
I'm gonna listen to the end of my speech, Rude.
You close the door behind you, and Gronk, you can tell they're all super shocked by all the things you just said. There's no way to really process the amount of information you just gave them and what happened and
I miss the wizard.
and why
Wizard woulda.
and why the graveyard has been messed up for so long and why the Nightwalkers were around. You just kind of like, you hear nothing. Like, you can just hear a pin drop. And then you hear a voice pipe up as he stands up. It's the one in front. He turns around to the crowd. He says, what he says is true. Gronk has been here for a while with us. He means no ill will. Why would he be telling lies now? Not to mention my charm, as he like raises it up. I don't feel the same energy I had when she was with us. She is truly gone. And you kind of hear the crowd kind of like the whispers of them all talking to each other. You may believe what you like, but I'm telling you right now, she is gone. And you see the crowd kind of slowly processing the information a little bit. And he turns around and he sees you, and from what you see, you've seen him around. It's just a human male, a little bit older, probably 40s. You can see, even with his cloak on, you can definitely tell he's bald. Just, small, like, chin strap beard. And he walks up to you, it's like, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Actually, it'd be like more like this. I probably shouldn't do that. I'm gonna get torn off the internet.
He puts his hand on my arm. Like, hello, big buddy.
There you go. And he tells you, I thank you for letting us know. I mean, that must have been a lot for you to tell and have to go through that.
Yeah, thank you. My support system actually abandoned me up here to speak in front of this large crowd, even though I'm not that good at speaking, and he knew I was like about to cry. Also, my best friend Rizzer died, and he would have stood up here with me, and he's dead. I just say thank you. And that we couldn't have done it without Guldara's help.
You're very welcome, and blessings be upon you. As he bows his head to you, and he starts making his way down the street.
You should try blessing my friend Mao and see what happens. I go into the church and follow Mao.
You go into the church.
Visibly distraught.
So Mao and Gronk, as you guys are in there, you guys don't feel the same energy that it had before. You don't feel the warmth, the enlightenment. It just feels, even though there is a bunch of items everywhere, like the seats and the statue, and you can see the pier where the speaker would speak, it feels super empty.
Is there no one around?
No one in the church, no.
Can we go back into Guldara's office and see if she left anything or left any note or something?
Maybe like an idea for a predecessor.
Money.
As you...
Or, not money.
As you guys reach towards the back office, you guys try the doorknob and it's actually locked.
I want to beckon upon my T-Jub.
You see the cork pop off and you see it start to form itself halfway off the bottle. And it looks at you, waiting for you to tell it something.
Hey, little buddy, is there a way that you can help us get this door unlocked?
You hear it go as you see it, and it starts to crawl up the wall, just walking up the wall, and you see it put its hand in the keyhole, and you see it start to jostle it, and you hear a as the door slowly starts to open, and you see him crawl back onto you and starts going on your shoulder, and just kind of sits there, kind of just half leisurely, just letting its legs dangle.
I need to find a way for you to tell me what's up, dude, because I feel like I should get you a treat, but I don't know what you eat.
Oh, I eat a lot of different kinds of things. I do like meat.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Gronk. I was talking to T-Jub. I forget you can't see it, and it slips my mind sometimes.
Well, yeah, because you don't always even say that you're going to get the T-Jub out. I just am standing there, and then the door unlocked, and you're like, what kind of treats do you like?
Yeah, no, like, who's my bestest friend in the world? It's like look awkwardly at Gronk. It's like, go back in the bar.
This is awkward.
Okay, let's go in the office and look around.
As
we also did kind of skip over the fact that I could have said something to Gronk. You're just like, Gronk walks in and you guys walk around. It's like, I'm just looking like a real a-hole right now for not being like, you did good, buddy. You did good.
Gronk is just sad and thought that he was trying to be nice to him and then realized he was being nice to the invisible bubble
Okay.
guy, and not Gronk.
Yeah, I was gonna say now I'm just doubling down on the pain I'm giving him.
He's like,
Also,
"Let me-"
you know, it's like he has the ability to call Galdara, or how you say your name. What if he did that right now and it's just like a dead body flops into the fucking church?
It's just like a bloody mist of goo that got sucked out from the cave-in.
Just blood mist.
And her
Oh.
clothes. That could be Gronk's new armor, Goldara's clothes.
Her crushed clothes from the cave?
Yeah.
What?
It's
No
like
blacksmith.
how to Train a Dragon. It's just like it's a helmet made out of your mom's breastplate.
Too good. Way too good. All right. So I'm gonna need both of you.
That
give
just
me...
seems kind of. It's weird because the dad's. If you think about it, the dad's head in How to Train Your Dragon is much larger than the son's head. And why is one of the breastplate cups way bigger to fit the dad's head?
Also, and then
The
when they
other one.
introduced the mom, she was like a
She-
tiny lady, so it didn't
It
make any
doesn't-
sense at all.
It doesn't have any. It's just flat. Anyway, Joel.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyway, sorry, Joel.
It's all good. Give me an investigation check as you guys are kind of like checking out the office.
Whoa, investy. Don't you miss having perception checks? Go first, RJ.
16.
Ooh.
-1. I rolled a 1 and I have a -2.
Gronk,
I feel like I kind of cheated because the first time I rolled, my dice was cocked, and then I rolled.
no, it's fine. Gronk,
I think I cheated too. I actually rolled a nat 20.
Gronk, you're filled with so much emotion. Like you're not really crying right now, but like the water is starting to build up, so it's really hard to see as you're kind of like digging through things. So it's kind of hard to see if there's anything that really catches your eye.
I have to pee so bad, says Gronk, because the water is filling up.
I'm losing water after both ends.
What?
Mao, as you're digging through everything, you see what seems to be a very, very fancy letter. It has a sigil on it. The sigil is, as far as you can tell, it's an eagle holding a spear. But it's a gold-covered letter. It's very shiny. And that's about the only thing you find that really catches your eye. Other than that, you're finding like normal paperwork about the church. You're finding plans to remodel and new sermons to come up with as you are searching.
And a crack pipe.
All right. Now, like, is it completely sealed or is it something easily opened?
It is sealed. The sigil is the seal.
Does it?
Is it like
does
a
it have
wax
like a
seal?
name, an address, a location, somewhere that we could take said envelope?
Oh, like does it have a location on the envelope itself?
Yeah.
Who
It
it's
does
to?
not. It does not.
So then we have to open it to figure out who it's for.
Open it.
You okay with that, Gronk? It's your buddy.
You liked her first, actually. You really were friendly with her. I was not.
Open it. Like, I just break the seal. I don't, like, actually, like, slip
Yeah.
the back open.
Okay.
You know.
You open it, and what you find inside is a letter, and the writing's a very, very fine, like, You can definitely tell this person was, yeah, it was a definitely well-educated person that written this. It's very neat and almost perfect writing. Now, hold on, I gotta figure out what that is. Hold on. God, what is that language? Hold on. To Google!
Hopefully it's Orcish.
Is the...
Probably like Celestial or something.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's Celestial. You right, home dog. Home sizzle. Do any of you speak or read and write in Celestial?
Is the robot with us?
No, you guys didn't tell him to go with you, so he's not with
Well,
you.
I just figured he would come with us. I didn't ever tell Rizzard to come with us. I didn't ever tell Kind to come with us, but they're always there.
No. You guys talked to Rizzard, and then you're like, excuse me, why don't you join us? And then he was like, yes, absolutely. Nobody said
really.
Nobody said anything to the robot. You guys are just like, oh, hey, why are you here? Okay, cool. You guys just left.
I thought he was coming with us, but that's fine. Can I go to the front door and whistle for him and hold up a metal candlestick? Just kidding. I don't think that would work for real. But
All right, I do not speak said language.
I speak Orcish or Common.
Okay.
Or Orcish.
So, but as you can see, like, within the window, there is some light, and you can see, like, the lettering is, like, really reflective as it bounces off the light. What would you guys like to
Like
do?
all the lettering on the letter, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Can I use like a memory check or history or whatever it's called to see if I remember anybody in town that knows how to speak Celestial?
Give me a history check,
Intimidation.
but at disadvantage, because right now you probably wouldn't know it's Celestial.
Oh, some big guy in the sky said it was Celestial. Like how I knew that door was wood and nothing else.
This wood is pure wood.
That's not wood.
Okay, so how does this work? So you said it was history?
Uh-huh.
So I rolled a 2, -2, but I also rolled a natural 20.
Well, it'd be at disadvantage, so it'd be the lowest number.
I know, I just didn't know. Sometimes you guys have special rules if you roll a 20.
Am I supposed to roll 2?
rolled a 0.
Well, I mean, that is up to you.
I don't think Mao would know anybody in the town.
Probably not.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know how he would remember that somebody in the town spoke.
But I'm
read
like the
magic.
opposite of Celestial, so looking at it should hurt my eyes.
You're lucky.
If that was a weakness, everybody just running around with paper and just shining it in the demons' faces.
That would be amazing. The one true weakness, writing. Who knew?
I don't know, my brain knew.
Weakness
At least a little
is
bit.
reading.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword. All right. So
I
now,
can't think
now with
at
this
all.
in your hand, what would you guys like to do?
The guy that
I was
praying up front,
gonna.
let's ask him.
Okay. That's good with me.
I'm assuming if he's praying out front, like, was he like part of the church, or was he just a random guy praying out front?
He had a golden cloak on, or what
So then he's probably
Oh.
part of the church. So we can see.
I'll give it to Gronk here. He wasn't a sermon giver, but he did help out with the church.
volunteer?
Yeah, basically.
See, I can remember some things.
All right, well, let's go talk to that guy. Or Gronk, if you'd be so kind, good buddy. to bring him inside so we can talk about it.
Gronk, go pick him up and bring him.
Grok, go kidnap this man.
Preferably,
I just
if
go and
he's
ask
willing.
him if he can come in because we're trying to decipher this letter from Guldara that we found. Man walks in, he's like, "You guys broke into her office?"
no, the door was unlocked, clearly.
The door was unlocked by a magical being that sits in my pocket and turns into a bubble. And he's like,
Yeah, which sounds crazier?
Anyway,
I will give
asked
you.
him-
I will give you a perception check, because as you remember, after he talked to you, he walked away. So he's not there anymore.
Oh, he talked to you, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot you abandoned me. I don't know. I think the only person I can think is maybe we go talk to Potion Lady, and then if not Potion Lady, we go talk to Magic Swindler of the Rad.
Madame Tortoise, I mean, she's super old. She's probably seen some shit.
I don't like her accent. I don't think Madame Tortoise can read it. I think the lady at the potion shop seems like she really is into magic and stuff. And she's also old.
All right.
Plus, I
Take
want
the
to ask.
letter, so I'm going to hand you the letter.
I
So then
want to
that
also
way,
ask the
depending on
magic
where I'm
potion.
standing, if I'm by a window, I don't have to worry about uncloaking myself.
I also want to ask the magic lady about the mandrakes. But why somebody would be keeping like hundreds of mandrakes alive in their house. Is that good?
All right.
Howie?
So now, this is a good time for us to take a break. I'm going to use the bathroom, get some water, all that stuff. Since it's been an hour, get some blood in our legs. A little bit.
I have, and RJ can get some blood in his tummy.
So I'm going to pause the stream here.
Yeah,
But
because
I
there's like
did,
one setting that you're supposed to have like close to your face, and the other setting is like
There we
for
go.
the room.
Oop.
Yeah, I think you turn it to the room
There we
setting
go.
so it works better.
There we go.
Yeah, I did. And then I also have the LG app, and I have it set so that my game is
That's it. Yes,
100. That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of chess.
Dude, I love chess.
Also, if I remember right, you can also change some of the settings on Discord. That might also be a little bit of RJ's problem as well.
Cheers to my homeboys.
What are you drinking? Lemonade?
Celsius and ice.
Celsius.
Yeah, I
So
drink
dis-
Celsius.
So disappointed. No, I'm just kidding. Look, we're all drinking seltzers, guys.
Celsius, so mine is the best out of all of them.
Why'd you look out in the distance, RJ? I saw you. You were drinking one of these. Oh, you switched up?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow, what a coward.
I just want to ship and have some fun. I don't want to get trashed.
I don't want to get trashed. No.
You know
Drink some of that
Popeye?
toilet wine.
You know Popeye is going to be in the public domain next year?
Yeah, Popeye horror movie.
And-
Let's go.
And Betty Boop.
Oh, ooh, I don't. Nah.
I bet she boops a lot of people's faces in.
Dude, I think Betty Boop would, out of all the characters that have become public domain, would make a great horror movie, like villain.
Why? Because she's so
I'll
sweet.
say right now, Popeye would just be a roided out guy just on a fucking.
Just
roid rage
imagine
rampage.
Slenderman, but Betty Boop is hunting you down because
That'd
she has
actually
like
be
the
terrible.
giant weird head with the big giant eyes.
That would be.
Well, they don't
terrifying.
make the characters look the same.
You look in the distance and you can see just her giant eyes peeking out of the darkness.
That'd be terrifying, like an owl. So, what are we doing?
All right, so the guys left. We're still in the church.
Yeah,
we were
You wanna
heading
go
to
to
the
potion shop.
Wait.
ocean lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
See
so that's where we're gonna
about-
go.
The
Alright.
paper and see about the talking streaming plan.
During this time, it's probably, I would say, 8 to 10-ish now. So
It
this-
In the
AM?
morning.
So this, well, yeah, of course. It wasn't that long. It took you guys like maybe like a half hour to get there, talk to her, come back to the church, do all that. So it wasn't
Time is
even-
an illusion.
It literally is. Anyway, so you can see people are kind of like bouncing back and forth between shops, and then you finally make it to Yenny's Potions, and you
We're
see
in
her.
a giant pinball.
And you see her as she turns around, you see her mechanical gauze. And you see them lift up, and you can see her eyes as she kind of lifts it above.
Hello, my friends. Good to see you again.
Is that what her voice sounded like?
It was
Ow.
is Russian. Cause she's always fast.
Get it? Anyway.
What's Russian? I asked her first if she knows anything about mandrakes.
Mandrakes. I know a very, very little. You can use them sometimes, like their tears and their blood for potions. However,
This isn't Harry Potter.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting
I
for it.
said blood and tears, not the entire thing.
Yeah, that's
But-
still part of them, though. I'm just saying.
It's
If
not
you're
the
going
same.
to make a soup out of them, you want to use the fleshy parts, not the blood and tears.
I never said you could make a soup out of them. Anyway.
RJ said something about a soup. Or a
Well, I
potion.
mean, you think about it, they're vegetables, possibly meaty vegetables. You're getting two fucking food groups in one setting.
Actually, RJ, they would be a starch because they're technically potatoes.
I just
Well, I mean, you can still eat a potato, so
perfect for
potato
a
it is.
stew. My favorite
Anyway,
part about cooking, man.
anyway.
You don't even have to salt it. They already
God
can do
damn
that
it.
with their tears, okay?
Dude,
Fine.
I like mandrake soup because they scream all the way into the pot.
As you
It's
put
like
them
a
in
lobster,
leg
dude.
first.
You gotta kill them fresh.
I like to put them leg first, so that way I can hear their screams all the way down.
Well,
Hey,
they're
then
probably
they make their
screaming
water bubble
beforehand.
extra good. Ugh.
Mandrakes are creatures that can also grow into somewhat humanoid-esque beings as well, if you give them
Like
enough
what?
time. To put it simply, they can grow as tall as you.
And they
Press-
still have the. Nah.
Press X for doubt. So why would somebody in town has like hundreds of mandrakes growing in their house? Why would they do that?
You see her roll her eyes, like, oh,
You're talking about Granny Yotai, huh?
Yotai watch.
Oh, those were words.
Oh, you're talking about Granny Yotai.
Granny
But yes,
Yotai.
no, we were talking about. We were just curious as to reasons why one would want to keep them around.
Her
Yeah, I don't know
explanation
her.
says that somebody left them, like the mother or the father left them on the river, and that she just started to take care of them. However, there's many things you can use for their, like I said, their tears and their blood, but having seen them growing there, I don't think she's using it for that.
Do you think she's trying to grow a mandrake army to take over the town?
you see her just like look at you, and you see like this
I
dumbfound. this
Mao
dumb.
doesn't say it exactly like that, but I asked her if she could be using it for bad purposes because I've never met her. And she didn't want us to come inside with the mandrakes either.
Oh, you don't want to be inside with them, with the mandrakes. No, 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 no. They sit there and they cry and they cry and they cry and they cry. It's not fun to listen to. However, using them for bad things, I mean, you can teach them when they get older how to basically just be a bad person, but other than that, tears or blood, we use that for sleeping purposes, not because for anything malicious.
It just seemed. This is out of character, but to me, it just seemed really suspicious that she was just keeping hundreds of mandrakes alive in her house like that. And then she keeps sending these random people on quests to go fetch water, and they are coming back screaming.
Yeah, do you ever hear anything about the toad? Or frog, or...
Is Mao saying that?
Yeah.
River
okay.
Frog Man.
Oh yes, yes. Muck is his name. Yes, I've heard about Muck.
Muck is the frog.
Muck
Is he a
seems
nice
to-
guy?
No, Muck seems to think that he owns the very water that everyone drinks. He seems to think that he owns the trees just by being. He's a very invasive creature. It's only recently that he showed and started to take presence.
Well, we know how to get rid of invasive creatures.
Would you
Just
say
like,
he is warranting, if push comes to shove,
Going
the
into
worst
the
enemy?
jail.
Oh, he'll definitely want to
think-
fight you for sure. He that's his number one goal is to fight you. But because all the people that Yotai sends, they're not fighters. They run screaming. He loves to fight.
Do you
All
think
right,
we could
well,
get some of the guards to go down there with us and arrest him?
The guards just think it's some type of joke. I mean, you can try to take them and talk to them to see.
Well,
I'm
say
pretty sure at
that-
least a couple of them probably remember us.
Yeah, they
'Cause-
probably owe us.
Because I'm going to say, just trying to explain to an official that a little frogman is terrifying people to the point where they don't want to grab water. I mean, it kind of sounds a little fishy. Pun intended.
There's
You know, it sounds a little froggy, and he also sounds froggy by the sounds of it.
I don't think it
And
sounds
it's
that.
got a play on words.
I don't think it's that far off when there's literally a turtle woman who lives in the town with 100 mandrakes in her house.
All right, now
Why are the guards here so
of Muck, but do
stupid?
you know Muck at all?
Do I know him? Not really. He's only been from whisperings, and every time somebody needs healing, of course they come to me, cause then he grapples them and they get poisoned. I have to antidote them. I have to heal them. It's a whole
poison?
thing.
He's
So
poisonous.
we need to buy some antidotes.
That'd probably be a good idea. If you're going to go to him, I would highly recommend it.
How much are your antidotes?
I'll give you them 5 gold pieces each.
Each?
5 gold pieces each. We'll take 6.
All right, easy enough.
You see her goggles, and she gets beside her giant cauldron, and you see her start to dump all these things in, and you see like magical puffs of smoke that are pinks and blues. And finally, you see her start to pour into vials. And she puts little corks on them all.
All right, here you are. All antidotes for you.
Oh.
Just
Ooh.
one,
Are
just one.
antidotes main actions or secondary actions?
What?
Are they
What?
like take? They're probably primary actions if you take an antidote.
So here's
Of
the
two.
here's the thing. I'm gonna lay it as the same as a potion because it's literally you're taking a vial out, you're drinking it. They actually
So primary.
well no, they actually changed that. I mean, in 5e it was like that, but in the newer version they finally went to what everybody else was doing. And if you're drinking some type of potion, it's just a bonus action. That's it.
Okay. That works.
Because I think it's very stupid that you would take a whole action to get a potion. It's like, cool, I wasted my turn, and I'm still in front of the thing.
Plug. 1 second. Plug.
Please
All
don't
right,
hit
now
me.
you can hit me. Now you can hit me.
I mean, at that point in time, just do hunt, fucking jab it in your arm, inject it, and throw the syringe to the side.
What's funny is
Yeah,
even Baldur's
I'm sure she
Gate
has
did
any
the whole
impact.
potion as a bonus action thing. Like that's how stupid the ruling was. Like even the video.
Well,
was
I mean, like in Baldur's Gate 3, you get in fights where you fought a fucking 50 to or 20, like 30 people, and you have like 4 people in your group, and you're just like, oh, this is fun.
cool, I healed. Cool, I'm gonna move away. Oh, cool, they get an opportunity attack after I just healed. Fantastic.
This is great. I'm having
I
fun.
love that for me. Anyway, after she tells you that,
Also-
hands you the potions.
Do you know if he likes to have any beverages before he fights?
Any beverages? That I don't know. That is an interesting question. I don't
Is he
know.
like a normal?
All right. Okay.
Is he like a normal frog? And if you
How
pour
much is
salt
like
on
a
him,
sleeping potion?
That's a snail. That's not a frog. That's a snail.
I'm pretty sure it works on frogs too.
That's so funny. Anyway, what were you saying, Mal? I'm sorry. I got distracted.
How much is like a sleeping potion?
Oh, see, those are going to run a little more expensive because it takes a little bit more to make it. I'm going to say if you give me 20 gold pieces, I'll get you 2 sleep potions.
I just need 1.
1? Okay, then just
But I also need a vial that matches the sleeping potion.
Salt is toxic to most amphibians. If the salt stays
Just
on the
imagine
skin.
a
The
Grog
water
just
in
taking a
their
giant salt bag and just dumping it on
the water in their skin will be dried out by the salt, and they suffocate because they breathe through their skin.
That's all I can
I'm
picture.
telling you,
Grog's just going straight up for the murder.
Yeah, that's all I can picture now. It's just Grog carrying like a salt bag and just dumping the whole
Grog
thing.
is like the Batman of the group who is preparing for battle.
Oh god, that's funny.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna find that much salt in the town.
Are you okay?
know,
I will
guy.
give you. I'll make you a deal. I'm not gonna charge you for the extra vial because there's really no point. So you want me to make something that looks exactly like the sleep potion, but isn't the sleep potion? Is that what I'm getting?
I want one sleep potion and something that's similar but no side effects.
Interesting.
and you see her like
I know you
fingers
just get
start
a
to
beard.
twitch.
I like you. I like you. I will do this for 5 gold pieces. I like this. This is adventurous.
And you see her goggles, and she goes to the little cauldron, and you see the smoke start to go, and you just hear like a maniacal like, and she's like putting everything in there, and she stops what she's doing. She's like,
Oh, this is my best creation.
and she hands you 2 bottles, and they look exactly alike. And she, as you're like trying to grab them, she like pulls back. She's like,
Okay, first things first, do not get them mixed up because otherwise you will have a bad time. Do you understand me?
Yes.
This one is the sleep potion. This one does absolutely nothing. Okay?
and she hands it to you.
All right, so I'm gonna take the one that does absolutely nothing, and I'm gonna have Grog take the sleep potion.
You want me to take the sleep potion right now?
Well, not drink it, but hold on
Just
to it.
immediately just.
Grog, here, take the sleep potion. He turns around and
Take
sees
it.
Grog drinking it.
No!
No. Oh.
Oh, I'm so tired.
I thank you for your
Um,
business. However, I must be getting back to making potions, so I hope you all have a good, wonderful day.
And she like gets back up.
Er,
We thank you for your services. You also has a wonderful day.
You can kind of see her like flock her really long white hair. I mean, long comparatively to her body, because of course she's a gnome, so it's like almost dragging on the floor there.
It's 1 inch long. She's like, oh, it's so long.
Oh, hey, did we even ask her about the lettering?
Oh, Joel made her go away.
I didn't make her go away. She's by the cauldron.
Are we by the ocean?
No, not really. Hold on. Let's see if this will work. Give me a second. If I go...
I'm only asking because frogs die in salt water.
Let me show you real quick. Hold on. I wonder if it's gonna
I say
show.
we
Hold on.
throw salt on them because it makes their skin boil.
Oh, dang it. It's not gonna show there.
We're not close to it.
No. I was gonna show you the world map so that way you can kind of get a sense of where you guys are at.
You
But
should see
unfortunately,
next time. Maybe you can upload the world map into D&D Beyond as the map. You remember how we have the attack map?
I might be able to. Give me a second, actually. I might.
Or
be
I
able
mean,
to-
like, or
Well,
just
'cause
send
then
it
you
through,
can,
like, the group chat, or like
but
if we have like a
then-
messenger group or something like that, you can send it to that.
Because then you can show on the Twitch stream too.
Let me see.
You
Hold
do
on.
it on the D&D Beyond.
All right, so here is the world map. So give me a second as I... Okay. So I can do it here. We're going to put it in... We're just going to put it in this chat real quick. Upload. All right. There we go. Okay. So it is in the Discord. If you want to look at that, it's in the text Discord. That is the
I haven't
entire
gotten it.
that is the entire world there. Oh, my bad. There we go. Helps if I fucking press
Oh,
enter. Helps if I press enter, buddy.
Where are we at?
So you guys are in the continent, well, not continent, the country of Folisandra. That is where you guys are right now. I can get you a picture of...
Alessandra.
I can get you a picture close to where you guys are at. So this right here, if this will actually export this the way I want it to. Hold on. Okay, so this one did. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat as well.
Do you think the turtles from Daggertooth or Soltov?
So this one is like more perspective of where you guys are at. So you can see Ren is like smack dab in the middle. That's where you guys are at.
Ganglog? Scandlog. What's the capital? Jorn?
The capital is Catalina. Hold on. I gotta make
Not Cartarena?
Cartarena. There we go. Thank you. It's Cartarena.
Wait, Cartarena
Where-
is the capital?
Yeah, Cartarena is the capital. It is where Mao is from.
What's Jorn? Because it has big letters down there.
Jorn?
If you follow the river down to the bottom of
Oh,
the
yeah,
image,
no,
it
I
says
see it.
Jorn,
If I
and
remember.
the letters are
correctly.
bigger.
So
I
Jordan,
figured the
Jordan is just a bigger city. It's what Jordan is.
is Jorn bigger than Katarina?
Well, it's more of like it's its own region. That's why it's bigger. So like you can tell
I
like
just
these
am
little
saying-
these little zip lines. These are regions. These little cutout lines you can see.
Oh, so Jorn is that region. What
Yeah.
region are we in?
The Katarina region. Well, no, you're not. Never
No,
mind.
we're
Sorry,
in
sorry.
Rin.
Sorry, you're not. You are in the Ren region. So Ren region, there's no specific like
So,
other than name.
It's
It's
almost
just
like a county.
yeah, basically.
Because I was just wondering if Jorn is big, we could maybe get a boat and go down through Ribbold and go down to Jorn if we ever want to get better supplies.
And it's about like maybe 2 to 3 weeks to get to Katarina.
By foot.
Yeah.
How long would it take to get to Jorn if we went on the river?
On the river,
Yeah, because the river goes straight
If
from
it
Rin
goes-
to Jorn.
if it goes all the way down, I would say probably, a couple days maybe.
I'm just thinking at some point in our adventures we might want to go to a big city to try to get some
Oh yeah, that's why I built this, baby.
better gear.
Go wherever your heart desires.
I love Jorn.
Jordan is so cool. Oh my god.
Can we use the... Okay, here's an idea. We take the gnome robot and we turn his wheel into a propeller and hook him to the back of the boat. Then he can spin his wheel. Motorboat.
Well, he already said he
Did
didn't
we-
have that much strength, so he'd get there at the speed of Mach no.
Well, but like you don't need
3
that much
weeks
strength
later.
to spin in the water.
Somehow slower than if you guys just paddled.
Don't say that. Which way's the river flowing? Is it flowing towards Jorn or away from Jorn?
Give me a history check.
Well, wherever the river ends at the ocean is where it's flowing toward.
Well, also keep in mind, we gotta go fight a toad. We have a letter to deliver. If you care about this town, we have a letter to deliver.
Why does it show 9? I'm very
I
confused.
want to roll.
Oh,
to
for
roll a
history?
check.
You were right. You were right. I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's how water works. You were right.
So is it flowing down towards Jorn? Because I can't see the ocean on that map.
No, yeah, it's flowing down towards it. So hold on. Let's see here.
I'm just saying, if nobody in this town knows how to read Celestial, a big city like Jorn is gonna have somebody that knows how to read it.
Maybe Toadman.
Oh, I
knows
was
how to read
wrong,
it.
Andrew. I was so wrong. Sorry. There's just so much to the map that it
Mm.
confuses me. Okay, so Jorn is a port. That's why it has bigger letters. It's a gigantic port city.
So how much farther south is it than it shows on the map? Is that the edge, right? Is that where it is on the...
Yeah, right where
Oh
you
yeah,
can see,
I can see.
where you can see the
Yeah, I can
letters.
see
It's
it.
basically it's right there.
I just think it would be fun to go down there sometime. Let's get a bag of salt and go talk to Toad.
A bag of salt. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Okay, how is that any different than like, oh, let me get this potion for this type of creature because it has weakness to this potion, but it doesn't have weakness to necrotic damage because that's the same thing as throwing salt on a frog. You're like, oh, weakness to salt damage.
I don't see the thing. Like, the lady literally told us poisonous frogs. I got antidotes. Is that what you mean? Like, I guess I didn't understand the rant completely.
Well, because, you know, like, you're undead, so certain kinds of healing will hurt you. And people exploit that all the time. So why wouldn't we exploit the fact that if you pour salt on a frog, their skin starts boiling and they die? It's not any different.
It's so funny.
It's not
It's
different
so
than
messed
RJ going into the vampire lair and casting healing on the vampire and having him start burning.
No, I did that to a zombie.
It was a
I
zombie,
know, but
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Oh, you know, undead gets
Oh
hurt
my
by healing
gosh.
if you know anything about magic. So if you learn magic at any point in time in your life,
Okay,
you already
so
know.
So it's not cruel for me to learn a fire spell and start someone on fire in the middle of battle. How's that different than pouring salt on the frog?
Because salt isn't going to be an insta kill. It's going to be a slow, painful
neither is
process.
fire.
Fire's quicker than salt. Have you ever seen?
Well,
have you
and
ever
I mean,
seen
fire's
salt on a
common
frog?
knowledge. Fire hot, fire burn flesh. You know, salt, like, to us, does nothing.
It's common knowledge to that frog that he doesn't want a bag of salt poured
I
on
mean,
him.
hey Joel, he did work in a tavern. Maybe they cooked up frog legs. He knows a little bit too much salt ruins it.
Also, if in real life, if you pour salt onto frog legs, they start moving like this, even if they're not connected to the frog's body.
It's very true. How do I forgot. Oh, hold on.
Also, people that eat frog legs,
Also,
come on.
he could eat giant frog legs. But also, I
I'm
think
saying
we
right now,
could,
people are just like, look, eat frog legs. They taste like chicken. Then eat fucking chicken, you weirdos.
or eat frog legs, whatever you want.
Whatever you want. The sky's the limit.
But we also can use the salt as a bargaining chip because he knows how painful it's going to be if we pour it on him. And we're going to be like, all right, well, either you get this poured on you or you leave everybody alone so they can come to the river.
Not now, kid. I'm busy beating up strangers.
If Mal really thinks that getting salt is a bad idea, Gronk won't do it, even though it's way cooler and funner and funnier.
So messed up. So messed
It's not messed up!
It's up to him, man.
People are like, oh, let me dip this arrow in acid and then shoot it at you. You think an acid wound in your chest? You're not dead. There's this acid arrow in you.
Well, yeah, but it's not
Think
gonna
that's
take
not
you. It's not
painful?
gonna take that long for you to die because it's acid. It's eating through everything.
Just like salt on a frog, right, baby?
All right. All right. Are we getting salt or not?
You think it's a good idea, Mal?
Oh my god, so funny.
Well, I mean, it's a good backup plan because my first plan is yet to come. So we'll try my plan first and then dumping salt on him later.
I have to come for your plan?
There is technically salt in it.
Well, but you
The
said you have to
salty.
come. All right, I go and get a bag of salt from the tavern.
All right, we'll just fast forward, and then it takes you like 3 seconds to find a bag of
Salt.
salt.
Well, because I know where the salt is. I work there.
I know, it's just silly that this might
Then
happen.
can we take 3 seconds to just teleport to the frog too, so we can get this show on the
Well,
road?
technically no, because one, we have to wait
Oh.
until night.
I was asking the lady about the text too before we go get this.
Oh, okay. The potion maker.
Pull the letter out.
She looks at it, and you see her goggles twist and shift, and you see like more lenses go in front of the big ones, and it kind of like zooms in her eyes, and as she's kind of holding it. Oh yes, this is Celestial. And hands it back to you. I unfortunately do not speak Celestial myself. However, However, I would have to bet Sartalion, who has been helping the church, would probably be able to tell you.
Easy. We couldn't find him, so we gave it to you. I mean, we didn't really look.
Well, his hut is about, I would say, like a block or two away from the church, so it wouldn't be hard to find it.
Okay.
You'll find him easily. Usually he'll be outside praying in his yard. You'll find him just making time go by, as his purpose now is to kind of just take care of his hut. Now he doesn't really go to the church that often anymore.
Okay. So I want to head to the tavern, grab the bag of salt, and grab the robot, and tell the robot from now on follow us, so we don't have to tell you every single time we leave to follow us.
You still go, oh, I'm part of the group now. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No wise business about destroying the planet or nothing.
Well, that was then. This is now, and you know what? I'm just glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
As he like reaches.
I roll an insight check.
Can I say to him, do you read Celestial?
I actually do.
Oh, perfect. Here's the letter.
How was your insight roll there, Mao?
I got some insight for you,
was-
Mao.
19.
19. For the first time of meeting him, he actually seems pretty genuine right now.
I'm gonna lean in and look at him. Cool.
Oh,
Okay,
you have
anyway,
two
he-
eyes. That's very good for you. Very good. Very good.
Very good counting. Yes.
Very good
No,
counting.
Ken-
I appreciate you.
He starts like laughing.
Can you read this letter for us? Hand's letter written in Celestial to Robot.
Yes, absolutely. As he like holds out his little tiny hand.
You're a very smart trash can, you know.
I tried to be.
And you see him, he starts reading.
Oh, I see. It says here that someone named Guldara is going to be leaving very soon, and she's leaving the church under a man
Wrong.
named Sir Talion.
Dang it. Does it say anything about Gronk?
It does not say anything about the Gronk.
Way to go, lady.
I was gonna place a nice little hand on his arm.
All right, let's go drop this off at Sertalion and then wait for nightfall.
Sounds good.
As you see the robot put out his hand.
What?
He's waiting for you.
You want me to carry you?
Yeah.
I thought we were on a team now. You can roll yourself.
I didn't want to move. That's not. No.
He like
I pick
he
him
just
up.
he just grabs like the tip of your finger, and you guys just both start walking together.
Gronk just says, okay, leans down and grabs him by the wheel. Flips him upside down again.
he's just like trying to do this nice moment of holding your hand, and you're like, nope.
Fine. I put him on my back, in between my back and my backpack, so he can kind of just be jammed in there so he can see over me. Shoulder.
Oh yes, thank you.
I'll
This
be
is a
nice.
very nice point of view.
And then I take one of my metal caltrops, give it to him to eat.
Oh, and you hear like just the sound of metal crushing. Like
All
almost
right.
like a blender that's been filled with just glass. You just hear it like crinkle as he's eating it.
Just be nice.
You will have no worries from me.
Hey, give me just 1 second. My sister just got home and she needs me to do something real quick.
You're good. And pause. End scene.
Now that he's gone, I'm gonna go on a vampiric rampage and eat everybody in town.
Starting with the.
It's like a really crappy game. Like his character's just stuck there,
It's like-
and I'm just running around killing everything.
and he just has to sit and watch as everything's
Yeah,
horribly
like
going
no,
on.
God, no. Just piling bodies. in front of
No,
him.
God, please, no.
That was my dad.
RJ, I know you hate Magic now, but I'm gonna tell you this Magic deck I built. It's like it's stupid because there's so many wins I can get out of it. But here's the kicker: people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, that sounds broken as hell." I still have to draw into those things for it to work. it doesn't work by
Well,
itself.
I mean, it's just like for people, they literally make decks based around drawing the perfect hand.
God, I wish I could get the perfect. Dude, I put all
Which,
these
I mean,
combos
it's
in
stupid
and
because
never
it's
do
like
it.
they draw their 7 cards. You're like, nope, don't like that. Shuffle it back in. Draw 6 cards. Nope, nope, nope. I don't even care about this game anymore.
Just starts the game with 1 card. Ah, yes, the ultimate.
Yeah, this is how it works. See, back in the day, we had shitty ones, but I mean, nothing like what it is now.
You do realize I'm gonna stop you right there. You do realize the most powerful cards in Magic were in the very first set.
Yeah, and that was not what we were a part of.
RJ, the first deck I bought as a kid was the shittiest deck imaginable. By the way, I found it. I found it on fucking TCG because it took me forever to realize like what the hell it was. It's literally a bull tribal deck. That is what I bought as a kid. That was my first Magic standard deck. It was a bull tribal. I'm not joking. Bull. Like cow. Like it was bull tribal.
Yo, do you know what my first deck was? It was a shitty blue deck that it had a fucking like a 1/1 for 8 that had no ability.
Ooh, that's right.
That was the deck that, or the card that was like on the deck box.
Oh yeah, but I forget who the legendary was for the Bulls. It probably wasn't anything good. It probably did like, oh, you get to draw 2 cards or something like that because the whole deck, awful, awful.
Yeah, no, I mean like the guy that was on the deck did. I don't even remember if he had an ability.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was awful because Dusty got the Goblin.
Oh yeah,
and
the
then I think
goblins. Goblins go burr,
Yeah,
dude.
the Goblin deck was fucking great.
I'm sad that we
I
don't
can't
know
remember
where it
Colton
is.
got, but Goblin deck was the best for the very first decks that we bought and everything like
Oh yeah,
that.
well for real.
And Dusty got that green deck that had the
elves.
8/8 trample worm, and then he had like that card
Oh.
that summoned like 3/6/6 trample worms and everything like that. Dusty had some really good luck with the decks that he bought back in the day.
Yeah, for real.
But it wasn't just like, these ridiculous things. Like up until the point I started fucking with the elves and I got the whatever those stupid snake spawn things were. If you remember that, because you pay XX mana, and then you split however much mana you spent on it, and every time you tap that, you get X creatures.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was part of
good.
my first main staple, and then I just mixed it in with an elf deck because you have the Llanowar elves or whatever. They're not Llanowar elves.
What about a
The
bear
ones where
that
if you
gets
tap a
stronger?
land, you get another land. much.
Oh, yeah, I know what
Whatever
you're
those elves were.
I don't remember what they're called. I don't play a lot of elves, to tell you the truth. Elves are
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna
good
say
stuff.
What if you had a
that
deck
was the
that
only
was a
reason why
bear?
those decks were good.
I
And
did
the
have
sliver
one.
Deck, like Lacey had, dude. Those things were fucking insane.
Yeah, they were gross.
Slivers are a nightmare. I don't know if they still fuck
I
with
have.
those things.
Oh
or
yeah,
not.
no, I have a sliver deck. All because of Dusty. If it wasn't
No,
for Dusty,
dude, like
I would never have
I
a
was
deck.
one that had one. I had a shitty sliver deck. Lacey had a really good one. Dusty never had a sliver deck.
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember him having.
No,
a
his
sliver
was
deck.
his was super good. It was a mono red sliver deck. I don't know how he did it, but it was a mono red.
Yeah, I don't recall that one.
Because homeboy loved his mono red. He loved Galvos, mono red, slivers, mono red again, and then he got the elves, which were all mono green. But anyway, let's get back, baby. Let's get back.
Like a bear deck with strong bear that gets stronger.
God, I can't believe you won that night. That's so crazy. Anyway,
Well, he gets so overpowered if you let him.
I
He
know
just
it's because
keeps hitting-
everybody was worried about what Tannen and Logan were doing, and nobody was paying attention to your guy. Just like, yeah, he's like a 2020 now.
Well, but you even explained it at the beginning, like, yeah, this deck, this guy just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and nobody took it to heart. And here I am, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And Joel's like, you're really strong.
Yeah, I think you smited me. I think that I was like the first one out, if I remember right.
I don't know. I killed everybody pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Well, no, I know you won for sure. What didn't help is
I
that
don't
Logan and
remember.
Tannen were taking like 30-minute turns because Tannen would tell Logan how to play something, and then Logan wouldn't listen, and then Logan has to read every single card at the speed of slur. But let's get back into it. So, you put the robot on your back, and you're both heading out the door. What would you guys like to do?
Deliver the letter.
Because it's
to
still
owner of the
daytime.
church,
We can't really venture out and fight, so we're gonna deliver the letter.
Okay.
and then wait for nightfall. Maybe take a nappy.
It takes you guys, I'm gonna say probably like around like maybe a half hour to find his hut. You can see him, he actually doesn't have the hood on anymore. He's bald on top, but he's got like the monk haircut.
Is it blinding?
Bald! Bald!
Bald!
My eyes! And you see him, he's just kind of like tending to flowers.
I have a little bit of a bald spot. It's not that bad.
You can see him like just tending to some flowers around his hut. Eventually he spots eyes on you, Gronk. Oh, it's you. How may I help you?
We got this letter that's for you, we found out. Anne's letter to man.
For me, you can see like he's a little bit like what? He opens it, he reads it.
Read it and weep, baby.
Please don't weep.
I didn't say that.
You can-
Andrew said that, not Gronk.
You can see there is like tears building up in his eyes, and he like looks up to you, and he kind of like straightens himself up. I thank you. This is a great service to Guldara, and I will carry on her legacy. As he like pats your arm there.
Do I still have the mark on my body, or since Goldara died, did it go away?
As you look at it, it is gone.
Okay. I want to tell this guy that if he ever needs literally anything just to get a hold of us.
I absolutely will. And thank you so much for helping this town. I don't think these people realize that I am standing in front of heroes.
He looks at his, well, I guess he doesn't watch, but he looks around and is like, actually, you guys can fill in all the graves.
Actually, no, just kidding.
We're running down the street when he looks up.
No.
Just kidding, but anyway.
Don't you dare look!
And
I really would come and help him with anything. Help get the church going back again.
And truly, and I want you to know this, that even though these people have no idea what you have done, I am truly grateful for what you did, and so should they be. But since they have no idea, just know this.
He had the gritty on him.
That you are all appreciated for what you have done. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know.
We just did what was right. Now we're gonna go pour salt on the frog man. Bye. Speaking of doing what's right.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate your kindness and everything.
He bows. I thank you for everything.
Can Gronk pull him aside for a second and tell him that he wants to learn healing magic? Or
Yeah.
no, what was it? Was it does bards have healing magic?
Bards do, but it's a different type of magic that bards use. Bards use because like clerics and paladins, it's more of like a religious-based magic. Like they're getting their power from their god is how that works. When it comes to bards, it's kind of like almost like wizards and sorcerers. Like they have a different place where the magic comes from.
Okay, never mind.
He bows. Well, as you are probably well aware, I must attend to the church. Blessings be upon you both. And he turns around, and with pep in his step, you can see he's marching his way to the church.
He's whistling Jimmy Crackcorn, and I don't.
That was a very nice man. Very
Well,
nice man.
he was just given the gift, probably best thing ever in his life, well, I don't know what you would call it, like almost like a blessing from Galdora to go take over her teachings, who's somebody that he pretty much worshipped. So that's a pretty big thing that just happened for him.
Yes,
Do you want to just go back to the tavern and wait for night, or do you want to stop by Ripoff store and talk to our small friend for old time's sake? The magic store where we stole the Ring of Invisibility that actually saved us.
Let's go talk.
Okay.
As you guys are making
You
your
gotta
way-
be honest that we thought, oh, this Ring of Invisibility is gonna be just a sham ring that's not gonna help us ever. And it was like the sole thing that got Gronk out of there so he could come and rescue the people.
I can't believe a ring of literally temporarily invisibility is what it's crazy. Anyway,
Like a tanky ring too, like it's like bad.
Yeah, like out of like Andrew rolls religiously bad. Like it had like one good roll.
I only roll good when Joel's like laughing, like whatever, this isn't gonna happen. He's
Yeah, for
thinking in
real.
his head like, there's no way Gronk the Giant Man and Chainmail's gonna be able to sneak by these guys. 20. He sneaks by.
Granted, he did give you the benefit of a doubt with having disadvantage and advantage, and he just let you roll.
yeah,
That was, yeah. I was gonna say it was
What a-
it was a cool experience.
one of the
Okay,
coolest
anyway.
modes that we had so far. All right, so as you guys are headed
Also,
to
not to mention the fucking what we had like 10 20s in that session,
yeah,
which was like
Yeah.
insane.
like in a row. Like, it was crazy.
It was the
it
most
got to-
bizarre thing.
It was got to the point where like I was like, Andrew, you have to show me because there's no way. There's no way. And sure enough,
Well, it's just like when I rolled with advantage, rolled 2 20s.
God,
You know,
man.
it's like it was like you could do no wrong.
Oh man, it was a good night. It was a good night. Otherwise, it would have been real rough for you guys. Real.
Oh, yeah.
rough.
I know. I kind of ended it. I'm like, that went so easily.
Yeah,
Like,
it
'cause
went
we're like-
way smoother than what was intended.
Well, like we just go in, we kill the mimic quick, get the gem, sneak out, get to the top of the tower. Goldara's there, and then we just leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I crushed in a bird's head, and all his bird friends were fine with it. It was what?
We didn't even have to fight the main vampire. He just was like, "What the hell?" He came and
Well,
killed
I had a
himself.
fight with them.
That wasn't a fight. You willingly let him bite you.
No, he was our werewolf friend, and now I'm a vampire.
I'm not saying he didn't trick you, but you were willing to let whoever it was bite you. Anyway, I want to go talk to Zippy Zappy or whatever his name.
You see, as you go in, you see the kobold with the top hat, and you see him, he's trying to like tell people like,
Don't worry, this, listen, you can cast Fireball with this, baby. Trust me, you'll love it,
I just see like people are just like, ugh. They just keep walking by. He spots, he's like,
Hey, my friends, hello, my friends.
and he walks really fast to you.
So, hey, remember that thing?
And he like gets kind of like close to you, Gronk. He's like,
Remember that thing you said before you left? I'm talking about the magical item you said you'd bring back for old Zutz. Huh? Good for me, good for you, you know?
What magical item was that? Not asking him. Can you remind me, Joel?
Knowledge check.
when you paid for the Ring of Temporarily Invisibility,
I stole that.
well, it was something, I don't remember what it was. It was something, and you promised him that you'd also bring back a magical item to him.
Just any magical item?
You didn't specify what it was.
Can I just give him the ring of invisibility that I stole from him?
Make me a persuasion check. Because as you are now trying to give him back his own ring.
Alright, this is where we break out the 20s. Ooh, 9.
That's okay, he rolled a 6.
We're like scamming the scammer, dude. That's it.
Oh, hey, this is very nice. You know, this looks like gold to me. Yeah. How about you? This looks like gold. This looks like gold to you.
You just hear
What's that gold to me?
you just hear the robot go, I don't think that is gold.
Hey, what do you know, Tin Can? Listen. I know I can sell this real high. I'm gonna sell it for like 1,000 gold, baby. You have any idea what you guys got onto this year? Ring of Invisibility. Yeah. Think about that for a second. You just gave me this.
Oh, we didn't even
Idiots.
realize.
And you see him put it away.
Anyway, what can I help you with?
Do you have any actual magic items?
Do I?
And he's like taking you through. He's like pulling your leg, your pant leg.
Listen. Are you listening? Look at all this. You see this? This here? I tried to sell it to that last customer, but they were a little bit tight in the pocket. I feel like you, sir, just by your size, you have deeper pockets. And by the looks of your friend here, pretty big pockets. How about this? I sell you this stick of Fireball. All right? You get one cast of Fireball. I'll give you it for a low price of 800 gold.
You can cast Fireball one time.
One time.
And
You can cast Fireball for 800 gold. That's a deal. If you went everywhere else, they would sell that to you for about 2,500. I'm giving you a steal.
I'm gonna tell you right
Bronco's
now,
really-
I could literally go buy a catapult that could throw a hurling, flaming stone ball at something.
Yes, you could, but you can't carry it with you. See this
That's why we have
stick?
horses. I look over at Gronk. He can't see my face. Throw him a wink. We have horses for that. We ain't carrying nothing. We ain't stupid.
Listen,
We ain't stupid over here.
Listen, hold
and-
on. You can carry
Joel.
this with you,
And you see him start to like form it down.
you can carry this in your pocket. See, that's the
How do you
difference.
use it?
Hey, Joel,
What's up?
can I do an intimidation check? Because well,
Anyway,
it's
sorry.
not like I'm not trying to be
Don't know where I was
violent.
going.
I'm not trying to be violent, but like I know him. I know he's just trying to scam us. So I want to use an intimidation check because I just gave him a ring that was way more valuable, and he needs to tell us about a real magical item and not try to scam us.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation roll.
What did he roll, Joel?
What did you roll?
Who knows?
Not good. Not
Let me-
fucking good.
Let me see what my I have an ability that sometimes I can re-roll stuff.
Oh, not the second wind. It's a different thing. I know what you're talking about.
Tactical mind.
You're gonna use one of your superiority dice.
Yeah, I can roll a d10 and then see what just
Excuse me.
d10. So I can add a d10 to my roll because I rolled a 3 total.
Ooey gooey.
I get a total of 9 because I
9.
rolled a 6 to add to it.
Listen, calm down, big guy. Calm down. As for you, oh, I'll show you how to use it.
And he points it that
That's
way.
what I'm talking
And you
about.
see the sparks start to go down like the little fuse. And you just see him go, I made a huge mistake.
Did I not intimidate him?
No, you did not.
No, you didn't intimidate him.
I'm like
Oh,
40
Where did the
times.
fireball go?
All you guys are going to take 14 points of fire damage as you are shoved out of the tent.
Why would he like the
no.
one-time use item he's trying to sell to us? How is he going to sell it to us after he uses the one use of it?
That's why I was convincing him. And then you like cut me off with your intimidation scheme. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it.
As the tent is now on fire, and you see him just kind of like laying there, unconscious.
I'm pick him up, take him out of the burning pit. Gronk, grab as much shit as you can.
I go in and I try to put the fire out.
Okay.
Because even though he's a scam artist, he's not a horrible person. Like, he's not gonna...
Go ahead and give me a survival check to see like how fast you're going to put it out.
Very. Come on, rolling. I'm switching to this dice.
Put the dice in jail. Dice jail. Literally kamikazes himself.
11.
11. Okay. I'd say
Better.
probably within like 15 minutes, you stamp like all of it slowly out. And you can see a couple guards like looking at you guys after they heard the big kaboom.
Oh, thanks for the help, fellas. What are they guarding?
I'm just gonna run out. My baby.
It's like unconscious. Like you can see like there's like still smoke rolling off his clothes. A little tinge.
Can
No,
we...
I am gonna step outside carrying the kobold.
Mao, you should run him over to the potion shop since it's right there and drop him off to the healing lady. Because he's probably almost...
Well,
I'm just saying, he took a lot of damage for a small little guy.
also very.
Is he
tricky.
bad, Joel, or?
He probably had like 15 health total. Like,
As you look down, you can definitely tell he's on the rougher side of things. He's not like coughing up blood per se, but you can definitely tell he probably like.
if I lost almost half my health, imagine how close to death this little rat is. Anyway, I put out the fire while Mao decides to do whatever.
Oh well, no. I'm just gonna use lay hands, and I'm gonna heal him for 15 points of health.
As you can do, you can see the smoke just kind of like dissipates. And you see his body start to glow as you put your hands on him. And you see.
Well, I mean, I put my hands on him. I'm holding him.
You have to lay your
He's my
hands on him.
baby.
As he
I
wakes
accept
up,
a
he
lay
he
hands.
looks at you.
What happened?
You cast fireball inside of your tent.
Wait, what? Only an idiot would do that. Why are you holding me like this?
As I have like smoke rolling out of my mouth as I cough. It's like.
Oh. You cast fireball, I gotcha. Hey,
Am I
maybe-
using-
I'm not a wizard.
Hey, I'm gonna use intimidation.
What
on
happened to your
man.
fire stick that was in your
Now-
hand?
Now
looks
I'm
down, he's
really
like,
mad.
Ah, I see.
Oh no.
I'm really mad that he just tried to blame us for that.
Ah, I see.
As he like looks at like the stick and it's like it's imploded end.
Ah. Okay, you got a point. Fair point. Hey, quick question. Do you mind putting me down? I like using my legs a little bit.
Oh, you're just like you had legs. I put those back on for you. Just like set them down.
Put it back on.
As he like pats himself.
Gron comes
What
out of
kinda
the
heat?
tent. Gron comes
Magic
out of the
hands,
tent,
baby.
angry, yelling, "What do you think you were doing?" And then
Oh.
he picks up the kobold in his big hand, so only his head is sticking out of his hand, and is yelling at him.
Give me another intimidation check real quick.
Oh God, why?
17.
17.
Yay!
He's like, hold on. Whoa. That guy,
As he's pointing to Mal.
said, how do you cast it? I didn't think it would go off. Usually we have safety measures.
I
Apparently
mean,
there wasn't one on that one.
I shake him a little. I say,
Okay.
No, don't make any more excuses.
That
you
wasn't
owe
an
us big
excuse. He
time.
literally said.
No, you owe us big time, because I went in there and saved all your stupid junk. And now
Hey,
you're gonna help us find.
whoa, stop.
You're gonna help us find
Okay,
a
okay.
real magic item that we can use on our adventures. Not junk, not one use, an actual powerful magic item.
All right, I have something. Put me down already. Yappy, this guy.
I
As he
hold
looks
him
Mal.
like twice as height off the ground and just drop him.
Ah!
Like, it doesn't hurt him, but it definitely is.
All right, listen.
As he just runs. He just sprints into the distance.
So the intimidation didn't work.
Oh no, it worked. It worked
Um,
real well.
I go
Or he
over.
ran off.
I go over to his tent and cut down the ropes holding it together so it collapses on him, and then we go back to the bar. Just so he has to hire somebody to come put the tent back up, because there's no way he put that giant tent up.
I would say this as you're trying to do it, as he's like sprinting, give me a sleight of hand check.
You don't think I can cut?
Not at the speed of sprint.
11.
11, all right. Ooh, he's not really good. As the tent fully collapses, you're like, whoa! It's all just collapses on him.
And Then we just walk off.
You just hear like a muffled like, hold on,
Well, why would
I
you
got a
walk off?
magic, I
We
got a
wanna get
magical,
our item.
I got an item, I got an item, I got an item. Just lift this up from me, please.
I grab the rope and I pull the tent back up,
Oh, thank you.
tie it down.
All right. You made your point.
He goes inside the tent, and he's there for a good like 10 minutes. He comes back out, and he's holding a bag.
Do you have any idea what this is?
A bag.
Way to go. Yeah, it's a bag. Very good. Yeah. Big and tall anchor. You there, smarter one. Do
Is
you
it
know
a
what
bag
this
of
is?
holding?
Do you know what this is?
I'm assuming it makes our lives a lot easier because you can store a ton of stuff in it.
Let me show you.
And you see him like, look, free of charge. He throws like one of the magical sticks within the bag, and you see the bag just swallows it, and he ties it shut.
Look at that. I got you literally the best magic item. Now here's the thing. I still require another magic item from you guys. After I give you this, I'm gonna require a magical item. How about that? How about that?
And so let's have a business discussion with him about how we can help each other out. Because he needs to stop scamming us and treat us like equals if we're going to be bringing him magical items. He can't just treat us like the random idiots that walk around that don't know anything and will buy his weird trinkets. He needs to treat us like people who he's like, no, don't buy this. This sucks. And I just think Gronk should explain that to him, that like, hey, we can keep doing this trading thing back and forth, but you gotta treat us with respect, because we're not that stupid to buy your junk.
All
But
right.
we can
all
help
right.
you, and you can help us.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. Here's what I'll say to you, okay? 100%, I agree. I'll treat you a little bit better. I'll also tell you what things suck and what don't suck. However, you threaten me again there, big one. I'll hire somebody to kill you. Do we understand each other? Okay, do we get...
You know I wasn't gonna do anything.
I may know that, but I'm very little. Very small, as you can see.
I'm just a little boy.
You just hear the robot go, I seriously can't believe he just said that.
Yeah, I'm also a little offended that I saved his life and not even a thank you.
I don't need to give you a thank you. I'm giving you literally the best magical item you can ever have on any adventure.
Now, after what, you try to screw us over again?
First of all, I
I
wasn't trying to
take-
screw you over. You just told me how do you cast it. And like I said, these usually have safety measures.
No. I'm talking about where you ran away. I
Oh.
saved your life. You saved your tent.
I
You
was
saved
being
your
threatened.
item.
I was being threatened, first of all. I don't want to hear any of that bullcrap.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that you're showing us how the wand worked, and then he got exploded. So he was scared.
You?
See?
You were
Oh.
scared?
I was
Well, our
angry.
ears are ringing. We have tinnitus right now because of a giant explosion that
Tinnitus.
almost killed us.
Fucking
Why does bag of holding say has a capacity of 500 pounds?
There is a limit, but it also magical. I'm not gonna put that limit on there because one, who's gonna really do that math for real? Just saying.
I take the bag of holding because I don't want it. I want it so bad. You want me to do the legacy bag of holding wondrous item or the regular bag of holding wondrous item?
And while you're deciding, we use the restroom.
Go ahead and just put the first one. We don't need to
Okay.
do legacy. Because either way, we're gonna do our own rules. Like I said, there's not gonna be a weight limit because otherwise that won't make sense.
Yeah. I would assume that this shouldn't have a weight. Yes, if people really don't want you
Yeah.
using it.
Well, I mean, it's more of
I
like
mean,
it's
we've
just
been
number
kind
crunching.
of we've been kind of abusing the backpack in the first place.
A little bit, but also
Because we haven't really been keeping track.
Yeah, but it's at the point where you guys, it's more about food and water that you guys haven't been paying attention to. Other than that, there's really no other items that you guys have like gotten that weighs a lot. Otherwise, I'd be like, hey, realistically,
what was the instrument that Rizzard gave to me when he died? Because I already had the flute. He gave me something else. Do you remember?
He gave you, so you have a normal flute. He gave you a pan flute.
Okay.
Because it was just something small that he snuck into your chest shirt. Oh, good. A fly landed in my water. Delicious. Thank you. Or a gnat. I'm not sure which one.
What did that guy leave the thing that he put into the backpack in there, or did he take it back out? Because you said he took a stick and threw it up and it went in the bag and he sealed it?
Yeah, it's still in there.
Well, what is it? Just a regular stick? Or is it a magical item?
You would have to take it out to find out.
Can I do that while RJ's not here? I don't think it matters that much.
As you take it out, it is a wand of lightning bolt.
And we can use it infinite times or just one time?
That you don't know.
Can I do an Arcana check, even though my Arcana is really bad?
You can absolutely try.
Alright, so what I miss?
3.
3?
I'm trying to figure out what this wand of lightning bolt that he put in the bag is. Because he left it in there when he gave me the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3, though.
3?
Probably not.
Unfortunately, with your knowledge of the deep woods and nothing really magical, it's hard to kind of decipher how many uses you can get out of it.
I want to show the lightning rod wand to Matt. What did you say it was called?
A wand of lightning bolt.
I show it to Mao.
I got an 11 on my arcane.
Okay. There is about 2 charges, meaning you get 2 uses out of lightning bolt.
Now, is there a way to recharge these wands, or is it one and done?
There is. You have to take it to a very,
Gifted.
a very gifted, not Magic the Gathering. God, I've been playing too much Magic.
Wizard, sorcerer,
any type of spellcaster. Right? They have to be a pretty well profound wizard or sorcerer.
Okay, I'm gonna run and go pee. What I think we should do is go to the tavern and wait till night. But if RJ wants to do anything, well, we go pee. That's fine.
No,
Ooh.
Absolutely. Since we have like quite some time, probably.
Also, if RJ wants me
I
to,
could use my short rest because my short rest is long rest now, and then that way
if
we
RJ
can
wants me
recuperate.
to carry anything, just let me know, baby. I can carry anything.
All right. Well, maybe the next time I see a cart.
Just shoves it.
What's the garden?
Excellent.
What is gonna
I'm not
happen?
gonna lie, Joe. My first question was, it's like, do you got a second one? What happens? It just gets sucked in.
And the whole
Ow.
universe explodes. That's literally what happens, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was just like a 10 by 10 square. So like, you know, like 4 squares just get sucked in, and then it just collapses.
No, it literally it tears apart the entire universe is what that does.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if we find another one, I'm suicide bombing the big the BEG.
The big bad.
Can RJ turn into a bat and fly into the bag and make like a little room in there?
No, there is no oxygen in the bag.
So the robot can go in there.
And we create an oxygen tank. I'm assuming time alters differently inside, so it's like I'm in there for a second, so that one oxygen tank will last me a lifetime.
No, time does not change inside the bag, unfortunately.
The robot
This
can
game
go in
fucking
there.
sucks.
This game fucking blows.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I hate this game. Oh man.
I like how he just like backs out every time. Like
Yeah,
he
you
has a
don't-
background.
You don't have to.
It's not like the weird, like you can see like old golf clubs,
Yeah,
a
no.
part of a Christmas tree.
Oh my, like, even though I don't live in a trailer house, my totally trailer house fucking wall here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My totally.
Yeah, Joel, I was wondering why you even let me into this D&D group. Because it says no stupid people on the sign.
Listen, I'm the DM, RJ. If there's a, believe me, there's stupid people in the D&D group. Cause I'm the DM, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I got.
When's your next day off?
Tomorrow.
Oh, motherfucker. I was gonna say we could play
Yeah.
some games, but probably going up to the other group tomorrow.
Boo. So I have
Right?
Hiddly Diddly Ho, Howdy Neighbor from The Simpsons. I
Gross.
have the Beetlejuice ad from the newspaper in the movie. I have that right here.
Gross.
You love Tim Burton, don't even.
I've actually never watched Beetlejuice.
What kind of Tim Burton fan are you?
I don't know. I mean, like, I really like some of his films, but I haven't gone on my way to watch all of them.
Beetlejuice is actually super good. The second one's it's okay, but it's also like 2 decades later, so you know, whatever.
Yeah, which really doesn't make much sense to me.
I have Treat Yourself from Parks and Rec right here.
Yep. Treat yourself.
I have
Buy yourself a Batman suit.
I have a random pig head. Let me see. The no stupid people thing, obviously. You can't see it, but there's a buck. There's a buck head up there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have a shield that I want to put up at some point, but it's a pain in the ass to try to put up.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
yeah,
find one of them studs in the wall.
true dip.
Can't find a stud in the wall, but if you run it over me, found one.
Found a stud, baby. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about the stupidness of my deck. So one of the things is, okay, so it's a commander where he's like, okay, hey, if this guy enters or another rat enters, that's right, rat tribal, baby. If for him or another rat enters, he makes a snail, right? And if you already control the snail gets 1+1. So you definitely want to dip into the snail tribal, unless you're a fucking moron like me, baby. So here's what you do. You have one card that lets you change every creature into a rat. Okay? Every creature is a rat. You have like something to sacrifice with. Like I have a creature that says, hey, when you sacrifice a creature, it deals 1 damage to a player. So, perfect. So, here's what happens. Wick comes in. Wick wants to make the snail because he's a rat. However, because the snail's a rat, there's a second Wick trigger, and you can hold priority, sack the snail to do 1 damage, so he'll make a snail. But again, the snail's a rat. So it's just an endless stupid ass loop where you can just deal constant damage the whole time. But again, people don't realize, like, yeah, sure, that sounds pretty scary and dumb. I have to draw into that. That's what people don't get. It's like, it's not like I just have it at the beginning of the game. I have to draw into it. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying is like it comes up on my feed and it'll tell me like all these like crazy strategies, and then it's just like you watch people actually draw it first turn and you're just like, I would just rather kill myself than be the guy that had to sit there first turn and then just get instantly wiped out. I'm like, oh cool, I played one land, tapped it, didn't play like anything but like a 1/1 creature.
dude, I've had that
Because
happen.
everybody now it's like, oh, you have to have mana. So if you tap this one, you get another mana. So then you can have 7 mana by your second turn. And you're just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, dude, like, the problem with going to the MGT... God, I can't even talk. The fucking Magic store that we have here. There's people that, like, when I'm telling them is like, my deck is super casual, right? Telling them like it's about a 5, right? It's super slow, you know, it's just made for fun. And they're like, oh yeah, I have a slow deck. And then they fucking kill me in turn 3. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What do you mean casual? You think that's casual?
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like, how are you getting your shit so quick every time?
Yeah, well, it's because they literally build it to win. Like, I sometimes, like, yes, I'll build a deck to win, but also, like, sometimes I just build a deck for fun. Like, right now, I'm building a vehicle deck, which I don't know if you know about vehicles, because it's been a while. But
Yeah, no, I don't.
vehicles is basically, you have to tap a certain type of power to crew the vehicle, and then the vehicle is an artifact. It becomes a creature once you crew it. So, like, say you have crew 8. You need a power of 8 to crew that thing. So then once it's crewed, it becomes a creature after that. And you crew it by tapping creatures. I'm building
That sounds annoying.
I mean, it kind of is, but I'm building a commander based around it. Because the commander's like, oh, hey, if you have... you make humans, they can... do it for like 2 more or whatever. They can crew for 2 more, so they can crew for 3 each one. So it's super easy. Hello.
All right, so Joel, you know what? I think if I was ever to play it again, you know what we would do? Is I would just find a whole bunch of really shitty cards from like the old days, and we do what we do, the Tower of Doom.
Where we
Everybody plays from the same deck of cards.
I played that
And-
with a couple people. Tower Doom's so much fun, dude. It's chaotic
Right?
as hell.
Because, I mean, like, nobody ever put good cards in, so it's all
No.
shitty old cards. And then, so it's like, oh, if you want a 6/6, you're paying 8 for it. You know?
Yeah.
Just make it fun. Something different, something like that, rather than, like, all these people spending, like, $20 to $15 on every goddamn card and having fucking decks, like you said, 1 in 3 turns. I liked having long games that were just interesting, just not long games that drug out just because people were slow. No, I like long games that drug out because it was like an even war, like, you know, like nobody was getting the upper hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
You don't see that like we used to. But granted, you know, we have accessibility to so many different cards. Back in the day, we didn't. All our shit was just really constricted to what we got from packs, which was also fun.
Yeah,
Because
which, by
then,
the
you know, you
way,
have the
people, for the
excitement.
people that are going to be like hopping in the comments, well, you could have bought singles. Yes, but when we first got into Magic, our only spot to
wasn't-
shop was
We
Walmart.
didn't have great internet when we fucking
Oh, God,
started.
no.
That was the thing. We had to buy packs.
I didn't even have
Internet was
internet back
barely
in the day,
a
dude.
fucking thing. Like, it became a thing when we were like 12 or 13 or whatever. That became accessible, at least to me, because I lived in a farm. Dial up, fucking loaded at the speed of fuck you, because it didn't load.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
get
we didn't
internet
have
until
that.
like
We couldn't just look it up. We couldn't look up strategies on
Oh, God,
phones.
no.
We couldn't, you know, we couldn't do any of that. Like, everything that we created when we were younger was what we created. There was nobody else's opinions. There was nothing. You
Yeah.
know, like there wasn't like the ability to look through a set list.
oh
of
shit, dude.
1,000
Yeah, we
cards.
we discovered Magic before YouTube was a thing. Otherwise, hell yeah, we probably would have made some ridiculous shit back in the day.
Oh yeah, I mean, back in the day, we didn't have that. Like,
Nope.
and
No,
then we
sir.
played with so many different generations of cards that they had different rules.
Mm-hmm.
like nowadays, I don't even know. Can you even play Wrath of God or anything like that? Or
Oh
did
yeah,
they
Wrath of God.
update it?
Wrath of God is still a major card. It's like what, a 4 cost for a board wipe. It's still.
Yeah, why did they ever redo it, or is it still like? I mean, what I had like one of the first generations of it,
Yeah, I mean, I think
and like
they
they
reprinted
used
it.
outdated terms and everything like that.
I think it reprinted fairly recently, but I don't think there's been a whole lot. I think yours and the reprint are literally it. I think those
It's
are
probably
the only
just
two ones.
probably the similar text too, but you know, we didn't also have like a manual that explained what exile was and all that
Yep.
crap, because when the decks that we got were shitty in beginning, I don't remember if they actually even talked about it. They probably did, we
think
just
so.
didn't read it because we were kids.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Well, mine definitely didn't, because like I said, I bought that shitty bull deck that fucking, oh god, so awful. So awful.
And actually, I think I kind of remember it now because I feel like Colton might have got it as well.
Yeah, it was a horrible. I think it was Gruul, which is red and green. I think it was red and green. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was to be exact.
Did you know if I'm holding a weapon with 2 hands, I can treat any 1 or 2 on a damage die as a 3?
Yes. I did know
Oh.
that. Wait. You're a fighter, so that even means, if I remember right, 19s are crits? If I remember that?
Let's do our
I don't
rest.
see anything about that, but I'm just looking through.
Look at features and traits. It might be down there.
D10 per fighter level, hit point die. Yeah, I'm just going through it. I don't see it yet, but
Oh, okay, so
might
maybe
be. I have a bunch of stuff.
maybe it's a different subclass.
Well, I
don't know.
might have picked. It might have given me the option because I think I picked the great weapon fighting, which makes it so the 1 or 2 is the 3.
Oh, I gotcha.
I can push with the Warhammer. I can. Oh, I took my chainmail off and put it in the bag of holding
Oh, okay, so you're just
for now.
running around with
I'm
your
just-
orc nips hanging out.
No, I have traveler's clothes that I'm
I
wearing.
mean, yeah, you do have traveler garbs underneath.
So it's just some average commoner clothes.
So make sure your AC is adjusted for that.
It should have automatically adjusted when I unequipped it, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, it should automatically do that. Yep. Perfect. All
I
right.
thought I had something for leatherworking. Oh yeah, I have proficiency for leatherworking tools, but I don't own leatherworking tools yet.
Ah,
So I want to be on the lookout for leatherworking tools wherever we go.
cool.
If I see them.
All right. So, are you guys just waiting back at the inn until nighttime, or?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
take our rest, so then that way we can.
What
travel
time is
more.
it? Yeah, what time
It's
is it?
still pretty early in the day. I would say probably
Do you
around
think-
like 11 o'clock.
Well, I mean, like
Okay.
his wait time is 8 hours. Mine is.
Yeah, I would just say let's sleep for
Or-
8 hours, and then it'll be the middle of the night when we go to Frogman.
That'll-
Also, there's no option for bag of salt and inventory items, so I didn't add it to the bag of holding, but I have it.
ridiculous.
That reminds me, I'm really bad about adjusting stuff on my sheet. I usually just have a piece of paper.
Can we, can I ask, before we go to sleep, the robot if he wants to see what it's like in the bag of holding so he can explain it to us? Because he doesn't read.
Robot
What?
never makes it out.
I would, but there is a slight issue. What if you never let me out again?
Why would I do that?
Well, to be fair, it's not like we got off on the good foot.
What if I give you a rope and hold on to this side and you can pull yourself out?
I can try, but I think you have to pull me out.
You can't pull yourself out?
No, once you go into the bag of holding, you or whoever has to think of an object They reach inside the bag and they pull it out.
I promise I'll pull you out. I literally just gave you a metal treat like a little while ago and held your hand.
Are you serious? You will pull me out?
I am serious. I really want this for more of a learning thing
You
to
can-
see what it's like in there.
You can see he's actually like he's a lot concerned that you might not pull him out. All right,
Do I need to do a
I will try.
Okay, I take him and I just slowly lower the bag over his head.
As you like
Until
put it
it's
over
just-
face, you just hear him scream. "Ah!" Just kidding.
How do I
As
hear
you
him?
like as you keep going.
And so I let him get fully enveloped in the bag and then swoop the bag up. I wait like 30 seconds and I reach in and pull him out and set him down.
It's
Oh, what
wild.
was that?
I can't explain it to you. Have you ever seen the night sky when there's the northern lights? Imagine that, but it's endless. You see this, you see what looks like stars, and you see the light, blues, greens, reds, floating just up above you. But however, if you look down, you're just covered in pitch black darkness. A terrifying yet almost serenity feeling, to tell you the truth.
So you liked it in there?
Space.
It's
I mean,
not-
you wouldn't want to stay in there, but was it good experience or bad experience?
A little bit of both. It's so lonely in there. There's nothing in there. I could talk, but it's like muffled, like it's against, like I'm against a wall, and I can just hear my own voice. But I could
I
see
just
the.
imagine
Go ahead.
the bag of holding is gonna have so much random junk in it, like dead animal bones and just random garbage that Gronk is like, okay.
This looks good.
Delicious.
Miles like, can you clean up camp? And Gronk is just taking the trash and scraping it into the bag.
All the ashes. We could use this for later.
They're like, oh, if only we had sand. And Gronk thinks about it, puts his hand in there, and turns the bag upside down, and just like 30 pounds of sand falls out. I thought
How
of
did
that.
you even have that?
I thought, what if we need to make glass sometime?
What do we need to make
Can I?
like my grill?
Can I? Before I go to sleep,
Alright.
Can I ask the barkeep if he has any spare leatherworking tools that I can either buy or have?
Oh, leatherworking, huh? Well,
Since he has cattle, I figure he might have leatherworking tools.
I'll tell you what, Grug. Let me go see here. As he goes in the back, and you can hear him shuffling through a bunch of items, and then finally he comes out with what seems to be, like a stretcher of some sort, like for the skin. And then you can see him. He has like what looks to be like a hole puncher almost, but it's, it's made for like putting the laces through and say, well, how's these look? As he like hands them to you.
Good. I don't know. Is that considered a full leatherworking kit?
Yes,
Just
I
be asking for-
well, yeah. On outside, yes, of course.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Excellent. So, are you going to be staying here for the night?
Yeah, I'll stay at my old spot.
You don't have to stay in there. You can stay in the room.
I've been staying there for so long, and now you want me to stay in a room?
to be fair, every time I've told you that you can go stay in the room, you've always told me no.
Well, I want to stay out in my shed. with
All right.
time. I also remove Garney's disgusting limbs from inside there and bury them. Okay.
God, how long has it? How
They've been in
do
there
they
the whole time.
smell?
Horrible.
They don't- They probably don't smell at all anymore. They've been in there a long time.
There's no flesh left. The rats have eaten through the boards to get
There
it.
wasn't. Well, yeah. Wasn't really much flesh left when he came out of the ground in the first place. He was mostly rotten already.
True.
But I just
This is
don't
true.
want to sleep with those.
Also fair.
This is Andrew speaking, but I literally thought about taking like one of his finger bones and making a necklace out of it. But I thought that might be weird.
That's messed up. And also kind of
It doesn't sound weird for an orc to do that,
No. Unfortunately, no.
but I just don't know if he would do that or not, because he would do it for a sentimental reason, like to remember the adventure we went on. But
True. This is true.
so, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'll decide later.
Fair enough. I will give you that time if you would like to.
I'm gonna sleep with kindness.
Excellent.
Robot.
Mao, what are you doing?
You can come dog pile, Mal.
Just doing
I was gonna say, where is he sleeping?
I'm sleeping
So
in my shed out
yeah,
back.
Yeah, he has a shed out back.
And you can sleep in a bedroom, or you can sleep in the shed with me.
Well, I mean, I actually don't have to sleep. I just have to meditate now. So, I really don't need a bed.
This is true.
So I might as well just use the shed.
Well, you could
No
also
bed,
just
no shed. Why
No
you so
bed.
comfortable? Sleep on hay.
No bed,
can,
no
uh,
shed, dude.
All
No
shed,
bed.
no bed,
you
bro.
can always
Also, on
meditate.
top of that, he has a wolf, dude. Like, I'm gonna sleep on that.
You could also just sit in the tavern overnight and meditate.
Oh, for
That
sure.
way, if anything happens, you're there.
Well, I don't know why that would matter as long as I'm covered.
Yeah,
Being
so
next to the giant brute that helps me is probably the safest option.
I just meant in case anything interesting happens. You're not
Yeah, but
stuck in the
also, who's gonna
shed.
walk into a tavern and see a guy just meditating in the corner and be like, "That's normal."
That's a guy I want to fuck with.
Yeah, that guy over there, he pisses me off. He's far too calm. You don't go to the bar to be calm, you bitch. You come here to fight.
I don't know if you can like hear stuff when you're meditating because you might overhear him say something or something. It's up to you. You can come to the dog pile, dude. I don't care.
It is up
We
to
could-
now.
We could
I
shrink you
already said I'm
down.
going to the dog pile.
Go
so.
to the dog
We can
pile.
shrink you down so I can hug you while you sleep.
Yeah, no, I think I'm okay. I'm okay.
Grumpy Big Spoon.
Gronk is always Big Spoon.
You can see
Problem is,
really-
one time I'll hear Gronk smash and I need to get out.
as you
Really,
lay
now wouldn't have to shrink down to be the small spoon anyway.
Yeah, not even close.
as you come into the dog pile, basically, of bodies, you see Hart, and he's just kind of like scanning the area over and over and over again.
Could we ask Hart to keep watch outside the door?
Yes, that's
If
what
he's
I'm
not gonna
doing. As he's like just scanning.
Well, but he's
scanning.
inside. I want him to be outside.
Oh.
Just outside the door. That way he can wake us up if something crazy happens.
Of course, of course. As you see his little wheels start to skitter off, and he closes the door behind him.
RJ, you can't do anything while I'm asleep now, because Art will wake me up anytime you do anything.
I don't have to do anything. And one, why would I not take out Kine first? Because I feel like far easier to gnaw on him than it is to gnaw on you.
No, because maybe you would, I don't know, sneak away and kill a goblin and leave a handcart we could have used behind and not tell me about it.
Joel, I keep wondering what he's talking about when he says handcart, because I don't recall it.
I don't remember a hand card either. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like it didn't happen.
Well, now I'll know.
I'm gonna whisper in his ear as he sleeps. After my 4 hours is up and he has 4 hours of rest that he still has, hand cards. All hand cards.
Goblin hand cart.
Hand cards. Let's find a hand card. Big, strong, Gronk pulling hand card.
This is subliminal messaging.
Exactly.
Gronk's gonna wake up. You know what we should get?
You should really let me pull a hand cart right now.
I was dreaming and I was thinking about how much stuff I could pull you and the robot on a hand cart.
That's crazy.
What a weird dream.
That's so
If
weird.
only there was a hand cart somewhere along the way that one of us came across.
That's weird.
That is a weird dream, but if we ever come across that hand cart, then I might know where it's at.
Maybe not anymore.
Yeah, probably not anymore. But anyway,
This is where somebody came across it and was like, uh-oh, crime scene.
I figure our rest is coming to its ends.
Yes. As you all do, it is pitch black inside the shed at this moment.
You know what that feels like? That feels like home, baby.
It feels like both of us can see really good, so it's not pitch black.
It's gray.
It's
All
not
right,
gray.
let's go ahead and make our way down to the little froggy boy.
Yeah. We take off in a dead sprint running for the river.
So as you guys are heading towards the river,
Sprinting.
the town is super quiet. You don't hear guards or nothing. There's no torches lit. It's just super quiet as you guys are leaving the city. And as you do, you can slightly hear the crickets. You can hear small animals tend to go through the bushes. And then finally, after what probably I would say like 2 to 3 hours, you guys get to the river. And you hear the slight just rushing of water.
Fill up the jug quick and let's just take off.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, let's just get it
If
in
he's
there.
not here yet, just start filling the jug right now. Gronk throws the bag of holding in there and the river starts flowing into the bag instead of down the river.
Hold on.
Just kidding.
Hold on. I'm gonna need some gum for this. This is gonna. All right, hold on.
You need gum for this?
I do. All right. Who here would like a perception check?
Why don't we both roll a perception check?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I even have advantage on my perception.
1 second.
Slim
Oh,
Jim.
same.
He got a berry.
Oh. Just like me. Thanks to this bag I put on there, it stopped it on a 6. Because I rolled into it.
How about you, Mal? What did you get?
And it's, wait, I got a 6 plus 2.
11.
11. You guys don't see it, but you hear a voice. Hey, you! Get away from my water!
It's Kronk! Kronk, it's me, Gronk!
Gronk, it's me, Gronk. God damn.
Well, I think it's Kronk, not Gronk.
I said Kronk, it's me, Gronk.
Oh, did you say Kronk?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna quickly pull out that jug and get water in it. Plug it back up. I'm gonna throw it to Gronk, and he's just gonna hold open that bag and just swoop it right in.
If you guys don't put back that water, you're gonna regret it.
How about this?
I do
You
intimidation.
seem like a very reasonable fella.
Reasonable.
Intimidation.
Look at you, you're all meat and no bones. And you hear it right behind you.
Let me use
All right,
intimidation.
here, I have an idea.
Hold
you
on,
like
hold on.
challenges from what I've heard.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Grog, what did you want to do?
I'm gonna use intimidation on him.
Okay, sure. When you're using this is before you see him.
15.
What are you saying?
I'm telling him that he doesn't own the water, and he needs to leave people alone.
You hear him, and he's really close. At this point, again, Mao, you hear it right behind you. Don't own the water, you don't own anything! And at this point, Mao,
Is he not
you'll feel a
scared?
very soft body just slightly touch your face. And you are now poisoned.
All right. That's fun for me. So,
The robot do anything like
Before
fighting or
I-
anything?
before I do anything, I'm gonna offer him one option. It's like, hey, we can fight or we can have a challenge. Your choice.
Give me a persuasion check.
He is not easily intimidated, by the way. I intimidated him, and he did exactly what he was gonna do anyway.
17.
Oh, challenge! And he lets go, and you can kind of feel like the sticky, like, pull your face as he's, like, letting go of you. You jump, he jumps down, and he kind of gets in front of you, and what you see is a very bright yellow frogman. He's wearing
How big is he?
nothing but a loincloth. And he is about only 3 feet tall. He's a very tiny guy. Very tiny guy. But he is shredded. He's absolutely shredded for a frogman.
Out of everything.
Barbarians, dude. What can I say? Barbarians.
There's a lot of exposed skin there.
All right, what's your challenge? If it has nothing to do with combat, I'm gonna suggest you get in the river and swim away.
Here's the
You want-
thing.
I thought you didn't want
Me
us.
personally, when I like to fight drunk. Okay? So here it is. You drink, I drink, then we fight.
Give me another persuasion check.
That's like a 17 again, I think. Yo, baby, 17 again.
17. You see, he ponders it for a second. All right. I don't like fighting with anything else other than my fists. But sure, I'll take your challenge of drug fighting if that's what you gotta do, you sissy.
Gronk, hand me that vial I gave you earlier. I pull out mine. Looks exactly the same. I hand him the one that Gronk gave me.
He's not suspicious at all that we had vials in 2 different.
Well, one for you, one for me. We like to drink and fight. Why would we both have, why would I have both if we both like to do it?
Hey, listen. This isn't gonna
I
have
love
any.
to drink and fight.
This isn't anything with any weird side effects, does it?
Other than getting drunk, ain't nothing wrong.
Just know if it does, I'm gonna tear off your legs and then beat you to death with them.
Sounds like a plan, old man.
How did?
I hold it out for like the clink clink.
He clinks it with you. Clunk, 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 clunk. All right, let's get down to business. He slaps his hand. Are you ready?
I am ready, but I want to tell you, or I want to ask you a question first. Why the water? Why the land?
Why the water? Why the land?
So the land is
like
mine. I took it fair and square. The river. I was born in that river. It's my rightful pleasure to he just falls asleep.
All
I
right,
had-
so
I asked the robot to tie him up.
All right, Zane. I will tie him up
Good
for you.
option.
And you
I
see,
also take my knife and take the empty vial that he drank out of and scrape the goo off of him, the poison goo into it, and put the cork back on and put
And
it
I
in my
need to drink
bag
an
of
antidote,
holding.
so I'm gonna drink an antidote while they're doing that.
okay.
I figure the poison could come in handy later.
Hart quickly wraps him around.
What would you like to do with this?
We're gonna
All
pull
right,
him.
well it's nighttime, so I'm gonna throw that blanket that I've been using on him. We're gonna tie that up, so now we can safely drag him along.
Yeah, we're going to drag him to the guards and turn him in for scaring all the town folk, and that's why nobody can go get water. And
Oh, I see. Okay, well then, I am good with that plan.
All right, well let's head on back.
it's just a basic poison. Would that be right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
I think it's D4s if I remember correctly.
Yep. It is default.
I'm just
The
adding it
only
to my
reason I know
backpack.
that is because Cecil is playing one of those frogmen in our other
Oh, I love them so
campaign.
much. I love them. They're stupid. I love them so much.
But anyway, so a barbarian. We should see what he's got when he wakes up. I just didn't want to fight him because I have acid burning my face.
Well, we can look around his camp real quick before we drag him.
I
It's not
doubt
like
he
you could-
has a camp. I'm pretty sure he just lives off of the land. He's a frog.
Can I use perception to just look around to see if he's keeping things anywhere?
Sure. Go ahead.
Because I do so good at perception checks, as we all know.
So far, so good.
5.
5. You take a quick look around. There's no like makeshift campfire, no supplies anywhere. It all basically just looks like the land itself.
I look around. I got a 17.
Same thing.
Figured as much. Tally ho!
Can I use, I just want to try this. Can I use athletics to try to grab a fish out of the river to eat?
I would say it would be probably more survival, as you've probably had to do that back with your orc trading.
I just figured athletics because you have to be very quick. But I'll do survival. 15.
15. You patiently wait for one on the little hump there. It jumps and you quickly just nab it in your palms of your hand and just kind of like bring it to your chest so it doesn't jump out of your hands. And now you're holding a fish.
How big is it? Is it a good
It's
size?
pretty decent size. It's basically a freshwater just. It's about the size of a salmon, so a good like 3 feet long. It's a decent sized fish.
Okay, I use my knife to stab it in the brain and then throw it into the bag of holding. I wrap it in a cloth. That way it's not leaking blood all over inside the infinite expanse of the bag.
You quickly
All
wrap
right.
it. It goes in.
Let me add a fish to my bag. I say we just go straight to the guard towers where I'm going with this guy.
Okay.
Because they can take care of it.
And at this point, as you guys are heading back, we will go ahead and stop the session here, as it has been 3 hours, and it is 10 o'clock. And poor RJ has to wake up early.
Yay, me.
Yeah, he's poor.
Hooray. Homeboy's richer than
I'm
me.
a broke boy.
Homeboy's richer than me. What do you mean? If he's poor, what does that make me?
Destitute.
Very. To say the least.
I mean, we all got food in our bellies, so we can't be all terribly poor.
True dat. True dat.